Hello and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. And it's an unusual one. It's Sunday, it will be Sunday. It's the 105th episode of the first season. Thank you so much for over 100 episodes. And yes, I know there's a creeper. Yeah. Why is this a special episode, you may ask? Well, part of the reason for it stands next to me. in game, at least. Let me explain. But for that I have to turn on the music. So first off, I am not streaming. And oops, no, that was the wrong button. That was it. Okay. Oh gosh. I hope the music isn't too... Yeah, the music looks a bit too loud. Wait. I played around with the settings a bit and it's still picking up too much background noise, I think. Like my microphone. Is the music better now? Yeah, that looks good. Okay, I played around with the settings, but still I had to readjust my headphones. I haven't reached the best settings, but I was like, heck, I have to record this now. I wanted to do that like 1.5 hours ago, but then I helped my mom with something, etc. So, as I said, part of the reason stands next to me. I don't know how much I will play in this episode. Did I already drop that this is the last episode of the first season? I don't know, and if I have, no. Wow. So casual. Okay, yeah, last episode for this season. That doesn't mean that Minecraft won't happen at all anymore. But there might be a bit of a break. And then we start fresh with the second season and with some changes. But yeah, it's Friday for me, the 22nd of May. And I just had, not just, this morning, had like kind of a control checkup from the organization where I will adopt my future doggo from. And I will meet her for the first time on Sunday. I will have already met her when you watch this. And I will probably be... Will I already be at home? I might have just arrived back home. Because it takes 2 hours to go there. We will be there before, like, around midday. So yeah, I might be on my way home, or I already am home when you watch this. But hey, I'm probably already home, because I don't know how many watch it directly at the time when it releases. But hey, doggo, you're so cute. Oops, you're so cute. Okay, you sit on my bed now. Look outside the window. Okay, so yeah. Reason number 1 for why I'm not streaming this. And why season 1 is ending. And the sun is going down. Wow. Oh gosh, in a second we will have a dog in our face. Oops. This should be like, I don't exist. Okay. I'm very proud of what we've reached in the first season, just to say that before I forget it. The ship is not completely done. It still needs the fake, how do you say it? The bomb, not catapults, but I forgot the word for it. Cannons, ah, good. The fake kind of cannons are still missing. Decoration. A ladder on the side. And they are like, if I want rooms in there, which I want, then the interior design, I can't do words today, like tables and chairs and stuff. What's the word for that? I only know the German one right now. At least that, wow. Okay, sorry. I knew this would get messy, but we have like, I don't know, 20 to 60 minutes. That's like my range for this episode. Wow. I'm so sorry, Doggo. So weird. This is so wrong. Hi. Okay, so does this work? Nah. If the chair wasn't, if the table stair wasn't there. Okay, it's... What's the word? I nearly had it. I'm not stressing myself, I'll just think about it. Interior... Furniture! Yes, I was like, this is my... I will buy furniture. Okay, yes, furniture. Okay, sorry. Wow, I'm totally in a dog fever. Yeah, so... What have I already said? This will be the last episode. Okay, I think I would just drop the main news. What are the main news still? No. As I've said in the past, that I want to focus more on streams, that I want to stream more, etc. I will focus more on streams. For that, I will quit making like let's play episodes as I have been as I have so far. Instead, I will upload the streams. I've already rendered a bunch of streams, like edited the breaks and the intros and outros out, like where I just play songs and have the stream ending or stream starting or be right back screen streaming. Yeah. So, a bunch are already prepared. You will know them already because so far I have uploaded everything besides the talking stuff at the beginning and before breaks and at the end. So far I have uploaded all that content as episodes or like as let's plays. Is there... I think the only stuff that isn't out there are the forest streams with Liddy Scott. But those were some of my first streams. But I also couldn't record them back then. Why, by the way? I don't know. I think my internet connection was also so bad that I would crash a bunch of times. Yeah. Did I just not record at the same time? I had nothing set up, I know that. Maybe I hadn't figured out the settings yet, so I was like, oh gosh, no. Or I set them too high and it didn't work, I don't know. I have, like... I think it was because I crashed so much, because I think I have a few videos from at least one session. But that's probably like... Am I starving, by the way? No. But I can't be idle for two. Yeah, I have to walk around a bit. I have some videos, but those are like more like scattered pieces of the stream. It's like, what the heck is that? I can't render and upload that as maybe I will, just to have it there. I don't know. Yeah, it's like... It's not really watchable content, but I think also my sound is pretty messed up, and maybe I'm much quieter than Liddy or the other way around, I don't know. Yeah, I also had Discord working at the same time because I had to talk to Liddy, of course. And I had my laptop next... Oh gosh, I had my laptop next to me watching Liddy's stream. Oh gosh. Oh, and to look at the chat, I was so unprepared. Okay, but at least I started doing it. I don't regret it at all. Like streaming. Started streaming. And also, oh my gosh, I played with Liddy. That's awesome. We have to do that again. We should. It's awesome. It's so much fun. Yeah. Movement. Oops, I don't want to push you away though. So, the main reason why I won't make like traditional Let's Play episodes anymore and will instead only upload like streams where breaks, intro and outros have been cut out is because 1, YouTube, and 2, I said the main reason, but hey, let's make it 2. It's very time consuming. And first off, to explain YouTube, because that's easier. Twitch is much more creator friendly and creator and community orientated, while YouTube nowadays is like, I'm not just all about the money, but because I do want to make myself self-employed, and because I would love to make a living out of creative things, I of course also have to see how much time I can put into something and how much that gives me in whatever context. But if something turns out to be like not very efficient, let's put it like that, then I can't continue putting time into that, and I have to change course of action. Yeah. And as I said, I'm not like, I don't stream and I don't make Let's Plays because I want money, because I'm like, yeah, well, I will get rich with that. No. I'm just trying to work on a living made up of like, I'm working on make a living out of, I wanted to put it like that. I'm working on making a living out of my creative work, and work that is important to me, and work that I love. Because otherwise I know that I will get messed up. Yeah, I know it won't be good for me to just push myself in a direction because it's easier, because I will be able to survive with that. But surviving is not living. I mean, it's still being alive, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I luckily can afford to try out things, and I will be reasonable, and of course at some point, if I notice none of this is working, but so far I'm getting awesome support. Thank you, Cherry. So I keep believing in myself. Yeah, so at some point when I'm like, nope, nothing of this is working, not this, not that, not this, I've tried out this, that, blah, then I will have to go to like a safer path. What's even safe these days, but still. Haha, it's double ironic because you know why, haha, no. Oh gosh. Why my law thing, no. Yeah. Didn't I say to explain that quickly? But it's kind of the same. It, like, where I started with YouTube and where I go with, like, the second reason, time consuming, it's kind of the same direction, so hey. It ends up all at the same thinking pattern. But it all ends up at the same reason, kind of. Mindset, maybe. It's so strange to see the chat and be like, because I have the stream chat window open on OBS, but I'm like, hey, I'm recording, I'm not streaming. Okay. Wait, I have to yawn. Okay. Wow. I got up at a reasonable time today. And I went to bed at a reasonable time yesterday, because I was up for over 24 hours, but still. I was up for 28, 29, something like that. And oh my gosh, I'm reading again. I'm currently reading Kirke, as you would say it in, like, the proper pronunciation. The original pronunciation, as far as we can know. But hey, I think in English you say sissy. I think I read the pronunciation writing, I forgot the proper word for that, but like when you write how to pronounce something, like on Wikipedia, I think I read that correctly, because I taught myself to read that at high school, and yeah, I was like, hey, it's much easier to learn the words when you know how to read them and can look it up and be like, ah, that's how you say it, and not just guess. Yeah, I love English. Like seriously. Okay, so yeah, I'm very proud of reading again, and that's part of another reason. Movement. And that's part of another reason why I want to focus more on streams and upload streams. So yeah, just to finish up that from earlier, YouTube, it's very hard to make a living with that, whereas you can much more easily build a community, get support on Twitch. So yeah, and also I feel like I do like recording things, and I do like editing and making thumbnails. I mean, editing and thumbnails won't go away with my next approach, but with my setup approach, but it will be much less. I like those things, so it's good that they don't go away. But it can be hard when you have to do it so much, like have to. I don't know. When you set yourself to do that much, this is still strange. I mean, oh, I can't see my dog, that's good. I can't see my dog. That sounds so wrong now. Every time I would say like my dog in Minecraft or in another game where I have a dog, I'm just like, I will have a real dog soon, or I have a real dog now. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. Okay, so yeah. So you all know with what I mean with the YouTube isn't even the first point in the decision making process. But yeah, it's more like, where do I go with my life? Yeah. So I'm very proud of reading again, because holy shit did I notice how much I missed reading and how very important it is to me. Because I read so much as a kid, like as a... Yeah, it kind of went down and down when I became... I think 2016 was the last year where I really read a lot. I read so much back then. Like, I mean, it could probably be even more, but oh my gosh, was it much for me. And yeah, when I was around 9 or 10 years old, I started reading my favorite series. And I can remember being on holidays in 2019, and I read so many books, I can't even remember it all. I'm just like, holy shit, how much did I read? Because like my family and I, we were on Crete. Oh, Crete. Greek mythology, Circe. Okay, Kirke. I would just say Kirke. Circe, Kirke. I say Kirke. Yeah. and I can remember that when we went to breakfast, when we went to dinner, etc., I always had a book with me. And my parents had to make me stop reading so I would eat. They were like, put the book away, it's eating time. And I was just like, okay. Yeah. And also when we went out to some, like they were like, hey, don't you want to go to the pool? And I was like, I'm reading. And, or I don't know, something like that. Maybe it wasn't super extreme, but still. With dinner time, or when we had to go somewhere or wanted to go somewhere, like tourist stuff. I was 9 years old. Was I 9? Yeah, I was 9. I had just turned... No, damn it. It was 2009 or 2010, right? Yeah, 2010 was Cuba. Cuba? No, not Q. Oh gosh, Cuba, right? That's how you say it in English, right? Yeah, Cuba. Yeah. Oh gosh. We don't travel that much, by the way. It's just 2009 and 2010 were kind of special in that regard. We normally don't travel much. We don't do vacations much. And yeah, I don't fly much at all. Like, when did I last fly? I think that was Ireland. Yeah. So yeah, those were special occasions as well. So yeah, yeah, I just wanted to mention that. Just because I think it's good to think about such things. Yeah, and act upon what you've figured out. Yeah. So yeah, I was 9 years old and I read a lot. That was nice. And yeah, I also started writing as soon as I could write. Seriously, at elementary school, my best work was... We're already at 20 minutes. Wow, I think this episode will get long. But I like this, just talking. It's kind of a summary of what I always do in Minecraft, but without the building. Oops. Burp, sorry. Oh, kind of a mix of a hiccup. I had hiccups a lot these past days, but hey. Doggo. I wonder if these are real. I mean, I know they're supposed to be wolves, but everyone calls them dogs. I wonder if these are real dog noises, like recorded and put in there. Will make sense. Oh gosh, whose bark is it? Which dog barked for this? Okay, was recorded for this. Okay, yeah, in elementary school and partially also in high school, but there wasn't as much creative writing there. But my best work, and like where I was the best, and was always like German class and writing stuff, like writing stories. Gosh, do I love it. I still, you know, if you follow me on Instagram or if you know me in real life, you probably have an idea about how much I love my stories. And I don't directly work as much on them as I would like to, but I do have a bunch of ideas. And I've been working on them, like more realistic stories, since 2015, but before that I also had like manga stories, and before that I also wrote like kid stories. Oh gosh, I can still in English it would be The Dove Whisperer. Great title, Dove Whisperer. Yeah, I can still remember that I wrote that, and then something with a wolf as well, like pretty cliche. The Dove Whisperer wasn't even that cliche, but I can't remember. Oh my gosh, I could, like, I don't think we have those saved anywhere. I don't know. Oh, and my sister and I also used to write One Piece fan fictions, like the anime One Piece. Oh gosh, I read them at some point, and oh gosh, they are so wow, great stuff. Nearly teenager Kana. Oh gosh. But hey, we all start somewhere. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm not totally dwelling in the past right now. I've just recently been revisiting, like looking at what's important to me. And I love that I started streaming and then I started Let's Plays. I've been doing Let's Plays for like over a year now, right? I forgot. When did Undertale start? Yeah, it's, oh my gosh, it's definitely over a year. Holy shit, it's already May. Holy shit, the time is passing so fast. I'm just like, oh my gosh, in January, I found out that my parents told me that I could adopt a dog. The time has, it all makes sense even more now. Now, like, how I've been feeling recently, haha. I basically, things partially, not completely, but partially went downhill since the last 2 years of high school. I think I've already mentioned that, but like, yeah. Or grammar school, which would be correct, but I just say high school because it's more understandable. I don't even know how long high school goes, like in the American or British sense. I don't know. I don't know the school system around everywhere, but hey. Or Japanese. You also have like seniors high school, blah, you also have that there, I think. But yeah. We have elementary school, and then depending on what you go for, one school only after that, yeah. So yeah, the last 2 years of that second school, which was grammar school for me, which is like the right English translation, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh gosh, the doggo. Oh gosh. Yeah. And those last 2 years were exhausting for my health, for my social phobia, because I've had that since I was like 10, since age 10. Because there I got betrayed by someone and it hurt very much, and I also got bullied at school. Like since I entered that second school, like the school after, since I entered grammar school, I think you got it, with 10 years of age, right? Yeah. At the end of 2010, right? Yeah, oh gosh. Yeah, 2009, 2010 was the last year, 4th grade of elementary school, and then the next year was first year in grammar school when I was 10/11 years old. But mostly 10 years old because my birthday is in July. Holy shit. Oh gosh. I turned 20 in exactly 2 months. Like for me, 2 months. At the 22nd of July. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I'm old. No, but holy shit, the time has been passing so fast. I was so distracted in the past 2 months. That's also something I realized. I haven't really been living in the present for a while. Oh gosh, I was so stressed. I was so like afraid of stuff. That's a very important point. And also to connect that back to social phobia where I was. Yeah, the last 2 years of high school were very exhausting for me. And yeah, as I said, I got bullied. I also got bullied for my asthma, which mixed with I had to be around so many smokers at high school. We also had to move classroom because of me, because we were so close to the where people were allowed to smoke outside of my school, which isn't completely like nah, but yeah, only when you were 18 years old. But still, if I wanted, I could have made them close down that area, because it's not completely like I wouldn't say it's illegal, but it's not completely right to have that at school. But hey, it's just so like smokers don't run around, I guess, run away. I mean, at a certain age you are allowed to leave school, but I mean then they would just stand on the other side of the street and people would complain, and then they would have to stop make the smokers do that, and yeah, or have stress with the neighbors from the school. But hey, so yeah, I have asthma. I don't really have asthma in the normal sense. Basically, I had asthma, then I went vegan and then went away, and but the only thing that stayed was kind of my smoke allergy, that I have to cough from a bunch of stuff which like smoke, nicotine is included in. And I smell that from very far distances. I'm kind of like a dog in that sense, but I mean I think they smell it, they most likely smell it even better, but oof. When people are like, there's no smoke, there's nothing, and then we're like, you don't smell it, that's just a thing. But I dare you, I swear, if you go there, there will probably be a smoker. And most of the time, like, when I would make people search or would look myself, then we would find someone. Yeah. There was a time where my family didn't believe me, but hey, they got it. And I met one other person who also has that smoke dog who also has that smoke allergy. Hey. Yeah, that gave me many troubles in high school. Gosh, this is also like a bit about myself. Let me tell you the tale of my life. My life story. Oh gosh. Yeah, a good thing I got water, because I would talk a lot. So yeah, my social phobia has gotten better over the years, but school was still kind of torture for me, because I was also doing, like, I don't want to put it that harshly, but I got sick a lot because I got so many asthma attacks from all the smokers and smoke, because in the last 2 years, yeah, I think in grade 10 is the last year when you have like a class and a class teacher and a certain classroom. In grade 11 and 12, you have courses. Courses. Gosh, why can't I speak today? I've been speaking so much already without thought. Of course, I can speak today. Yeah. 2 courses. No, what? Why did I say 2? In the last 2 years, you have courses with teachers, like in history you have that teacher, in English that teacher, in German that teacher, etc. I had also Chinese. I also had Chinese. Yeah. So we had to change classrooms a lot depending on what class we had, what subject. And you also were with different people in those classes, because different people chose different subjects for the last 2 years. I didn't choose music, for example. I chose art instead of music. So yeah. Could you do both? I don't think so. No, right? No. I don't think so. Yeah, in different states you can in Germany. But yeah, I live in Bavaria, so not the topic right now. So yeah, smokers in those classes, point 1, because some of them were also already 18. I mean, they smoked before age 18, but hey, I was the only one who smelled it, and the teachers couldn't do much about it, so... Oh, second, also teachers who would smoke. Teachers who smell of smoke. Point 3, summer. Windows have to be open. I have to cough. When we're too close to like smokers outside, I would be dead. Yeah, I had to leave class a bunch of times. I would just start coughing and be like, oh my god, could I go outside? Yes. Yeah, and then I had to sit outside. It didn't happen that much in the last 2 years of high school, but still. Oh gosh, I really hope I'm just looking at the audio mixer with the microphone. I don't know, it looks pretty good, but yeah. I'm not too sure. Sometimes it's too loud, sometimes it's not loud enough. I don't know. I hope it's just good and that nothing is annoying. But hey, it's good enough, I think. So yeah. Oops. So that was very stressful. And yeah, there were a bunch of other reasons why. I also felt like, hey, what am I doing this shit for? Sorry. I mean, education is important, but there were so many things. I was like, I wasn't proud of graduating. There was like the graduation ball. If you like, we don't have prom here, so like the graduation ceremony and ball, it's not really like, it's more of a ceremony where a bunch of people, especially the director, school director, the headmaster, is it called that? And what's British and what's American English? I forgot. Principal, not director. Director is a literal kind of translation of the German word. Yeah. Principal. School principal. Whatever. Oops, that was my chair. Hitting my computer. Or more like squeaking against my computer. Well, that sounds wrong. Wait, is that... No, I don't know that word in... No, I do know that word in English, but it's not that word. Well, you won't find out, I hope. What word I just meant, but hey. Oh gosh. Yeah. So yeah, it's more like a boring ceremony and partying afterwards. Like, the students just go to a club, which they chose. And then they might go to traveling, like, and party when they travel there. I didn't do that stuff. I went to the ceremony and that was it. I thought about not even going to the ceremony. Did I go to the ceremony? Yeah, I did, right? I did, right? Yeah, of course I did, because I was thinking about not going, but then I went, hey, I didn't dress up. What did I wear? I think I was pretty casual. Oh gosh. That's not so weird. I'm such a weirdo. I'm not sad about it though. Yeah, everyone was wearing their pretty dresses and I was just like, hey, I'm wearing black like every day. I had my turtleneck, sleeveless top, and then I would just wear normal pants. I think I at least wore like proper pants. Did I? I don't wear dresses or skirts. Skirts I don't have any, so of course I didn't get any for that. I think I just look cool. Yeah, I look pretty cool. Oops. Yeah, I had my what's it? Like kind of a I think it's made of bamboo or tencel. Is it called tencel? No, that was something else. But like a vegan leather jacket look. Jacket. Yeah. I won't say pleather because it's kind of weird word for me. Okay, but hey, and like a flowy jacket underneath, and like, yeah, as I said, my turtleneck's good, and I like that look. It looks pretty badass, to be honest. And of course, it was all black because I love black. I only wear black. Maybe some tiny bits of white, but hey. And I have one cuddly jacket that's grey. Yeah, so basically black, white, and grey. I'm a minimalist, by the way. Hello. I am Kanashi. Yeah. Wow, 35 minutes. I was thinking, yeah, I was like, okay, this episode only goes for 30 minutes, just recorded. And yeah, I kept thinking, no, it will go for an hour. The way you talk, it will. So yeah. It was stressful times. I wasn't proud of graduation. I'm surprised that I keep getting back to the thread of this. Yeah. To the point. And yeah, my psyche suffered. And even though I graduated, I finished high school nearly 2 years ago. Gosh, oh gosh, I wasn't even 18 when I finished all my. I wasn't 18 when I received my. I wasn't 18 when the graduation ceremony happened. I was only 17 years old because it was like a month before my birthday. Oh gosh. Partially, I feel like, what did those 2 years go into? But then I realized how much I've grown. and how much has changed. I'm not crying now, oh god. Oh. Oh. Earlier I was thinking like, wow, the way I laugh, you must think like, or must question like, is she crying now? I'm now, and I thought like, nah, I won't cry. I'm now like, oops, maybe a bit. Yeah. Wow. Can't I just call the summary of my life? I was thinking about calling this like farewell or something, or goodbye, or I don't know. And now it's just like, wow, it gets much more emotional and much bigger than I thought. I was thinking about working on... Wait, phone, you don't belong here. You... Ouch. Why do I say ouch when things just not work partially, or when stuff hits stuff? Sometimes I just say, ouch then. Yeah, I don't know. Just so I don't go idle for Minecraft. Wait, I will move my microphone because I make myself comfy. I hope that wasn't loud. Oh, move microphone without being too loud. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's getting much more much more emotional and in-depth than I thought. Oh gosh. Yeah. So yeah, those last 2 years, it's like kind of a... It truly fits. The last 2 years have been like making up for the last 2 years of high school. A bit like recovering from that. It's not... I'm still not entirely like good or have stuff figured out, but I figured out a lot and I've developed a lot. And what kind of set all this into motion, like the realization that I have to and want to change. Things have to change. I have to make change because this isn't working. I'm like not really suppressing stuff, but I'm not paying attention to stuff that's going on, and thus I don't act on that or like consider that because I don't look at it and or don't get it. And doggo, mom. Sorry. Yes, you're looking at me. Oh gosh. So yeah, one of the main things that led to this is that in therapy, I knew we were kind of... Since when do I have therapy again? Oh yeah, my first therapy first. That sounded like thirst. First, wow. My first therapy session with my current therapist of the second time I ever had therapy in my life. Like, I mean, I had therapy when I had my social phobia, and how old was I when I started? I think I started very, very late, to be honest. 2016? 17? 15? No, not that long. 16, I think? I'm not sure. I mean, considering that I got my social phobia in 2010. Wow, so much suffering, so much bullying, so much having to deal with that myself. And being weird and internalizing wrong things and yeah, treating myself not too well. Not having any what's it called? Self-confidence? Oh, I keep forgetting that word. How ironic. I didn't have any of that in the past. Whew, yeah. Wow. I will cry. Oh gosh, I'm partially very proud of how much I've developed, but yes. The thing we have discovered, we were kind of like stumbling around different topics, and we're like, okay, that was going on, but we didn't have a point. Even in the first talk, where I had to talk to someone, to a psychologist, yeah, who had to like determine, okay, this person should get therapy, where should this person get therapy, who would be a fit for her, etc. Like for me, her. Yeah. And she was like, okay, I will write down this and that. It's not like a set, what's it called? Not analysis, but kind of, yeah, analysis. It's diagnosis. Diagnosis? It's called that, right? Yeah, it's not like a diagnosis, a proper one. It's just so we have like a rough reason, like a mark kind of to put on you to know what we're dealing with, like also to, like for Germany, paper stuff, you know. Yeah, so they knew what they were at. And it was kind of like hints of depression. And we now, through therapy, since my first therapy, my first therapy session of like this new therapy, was on Halloween. Yeah, right? It was on Halloween, right? Oh, was it that? Oh my gosh, was it that day where I started? Did I start? Yeah, I only worked on that once, I think. Yeah, I did. Only once. On that day, I even dyed, I'm looking at it right now, the wig for my dog cosplay. I still have to continue that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that also goes into the reason why I'm switching to putting less time into editing and you know what I mean. Cosplay and other creative works, but to continue with that other thing, on Halloween. Yeah, since Halloween, we have like been just talking about random stuff that was going on, and through that, my therapist figured out with me that, and he told me, he explained it to me, and I was like, oh my gosh, that makes sense. That I have hints of depression and like depressive behavior sometimes. I'm not suicidal or anything, I don't want to hurt myself, but still. Something one of my best friends taught me. Vivi. She would stay anonymous, so I won't say anything else. Oh gosh, that's just a reference to something she once said. I went to our school, by the way. Only person I have still contact with from school. Wow. I didn't contact those at all. The one WhatsApp group I'm still in. Wow. Oops. Yeah. We spoke after school, but we haven't in a while. Yeah. I hope they're all still like well. Yeah. So she, like, one day, was it at night? I think it was at night. I think when I couldn't sleep. Yeah, I was just like, okay, I'm not even feeling like putting this out on Instagram. So I will finally, like, I sometimes don't message her because I think I will annoy her, which I know isn't true, but still my brain is like, yeah. Yeah, social phobia thing, and anxiety, etc. Yeah, I chatted a bunch with her, like I mostly just wrote stuff. Oh, it was because I think that day or the day before, like at daytime, because as I said, it was night, I think. She was like, hey, how are you doing? I had a feeling that I should message you because it felt right to do that. Yeah, it was very, very kind of her. It's nice to have such considerate people around you, and also such wise people. Gosh, I couldn't say "and" without saying "am" right there. Yeah, and also such wise people around you. Yeah, I mean, I wrote all that stuff. I wrote walls of text. And after a while she answered. She said, okay, wait, I will take my time because I want to answer properly. Oh, sorry. And she, because I also wrote her like, yeah, I don't want to hurt myself and I don't want to kill myself, I'm good enough. And she was like, I don't know where that mindset comes from, but why do people like only go for like good enough? Why do people think then everything is okay, or like that's okay? People should like value themselves more, or like, why don't people value themselves more? I mean, she knows why, but she was like, come on, you deserve better. And when you believe that you deserve better, when you like value yourself more, then of course you will get better, because I think I spoke about that in Minecraft, maybe? Or somewhere I spoke about that. Oh, I think in my Minecraft Instagram stories that never really uploaded because they were so many, 202, and Instagram was like, nope, I won't upload those, I'm just buggy right now. Yeah, It's too much. It's like, it's not even dots anymore, it's like pixels. Yeah. We might hit over 50 minutes. I have to yawn, sorry. Yeah. And she kind of, my friend gave me that back in a way. She reminded me of that music. Ah, there you are again. Oops. Ah. There you are. Okay. No, chair, come on. How do you say it? I'm not glitching. Glitching away from my chair, no. Yeah. My chair makes it impossible to keep up the position I sit in. No, not impossible, but still, yeah, I don't know the word right now. Gosh, I'm just saying weird stuff, but hey. Yeah. She reminded me that, oh wait. What about self-confidence? What about valuing yourself? What about treating yourself right? What about living in the presence, for damn sake? Yeah. I also realized that I wasn't in the living in the present much anymore. And that also taught me, like, wait. If I don't live in the present, how do I even know that I'm doing something I want to do? That's another goal of mine. Or like another task for me. Gosh, I still didn't tell you what my therapist and I discovered. My cliffhangers, I'm good at that. Oh gosh. Yeah. I want to trust my intuition more. That's one thing I want to do. I was like, yeah. I like streaming and recording, but if I think my intuition goes more for, let's just upload the streams. I mean, it's like giving people complete Let's Plays in one day. Or like, not complete Let's Plays, but all the episodes I would upload every day in one day. And I myself by now even prefer to watch stream VODs, videos on demand, on Twitch instead of Let's Plays. I mean, I still like Let's Plays, like in the classic sense, but I don't have to stick to that. If it doesn't work for me, if it's like, if I feel better with something else, then why not try that? Why not go for that? If I miss the other thing, then I can still try that again, like build it into my schedule. But intuition, come on, I'm just like, I feel better with this, I think. I imagine it to be like better. Because then I also can take more like time for other things. All those things that are important to me, like reading, writing, art. I haven't been drawing for those past few months. Like, not really. I mean, the dog topic project doggo. Okay, it's not dark enough yet. Project Doggo has also taken up a lot of my psyche and my time and energy, etc. But that was not the only reason for why things were going the way they went in the past months. So yeah, I wasn't really drawing. And I was very disappointed about that because I love drawing, I love designing. And holy shit, did I notice that when I started drawing again lately. I started reading and drawing again, and also a bit working on my stories again. I had like an idea and I was like, damn, I love this again. Because like a while ago, a few days ago, I tried continuing working on my story summaries because I have so many ideas from so many years. Wait a second. I hope you couldn't hear that. But no, not really. I have to yawn again. Wow, what is going on? There's so much talking. I slept for like proper 8 hours, a bit more maybe, and I'm yawning. Wow. Yeah. I was upset about that. I love drawing. And when I drew, when was that? I started really drawing again. Like, there was a sketch. Oh, wait, the story summaries. I'm not losing the thread. When I tried to force myself to do something. I'm kind of tumbling around the timeline, but hey. Oh gosh. I didn't want to do that, the story summaries. I was always like, damn, I had to do this and that. I couldn't get to story summaries, but I want to do that again. And then when I tried like I put myself in front of that and I was like, dang, I don't want to think about that stuff. It's too complicated. It's too much energy. Gosh, blah, 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 blah. Depressive behavior, kind of. A bit. It was a hint of that. Not just a hint, by the way. To be honest, yeah. Wow. That time is to me so surreal now because it felt so bad. And then I drew again on 18th of May, only 4 days ago. Or 19th, or both, I think. That's when I forced myself to draw. Because I was like, okay, the only character I'm feeling like drawing right now is this one. Because I love him. My white alien prince from my story 12. Which is just a project title, but maybe you know it. Maybe you read my posts on Instagram. Yeah, him, it, the story, it, and him, the character. Gosh, I love him. I mean, if you scroll through my profile, I always write who I'm drawing. I think, always, yeah. Except if it's a surprise, but then it's also not one of my story characters. But hey, then you will find him. I love him. Yeah, and because I don't know, I really like the fashion I've come up with and the design elements I've come up with for his race. Because yeah, he's an alien. He's an alien, as I said, my white alien prince, and white because their skin is like paper white. It's not, you know, white as in the earth sense, but his skin, their skin, is white, and they have like vibrant iris colors and black where we have white around the eyes. Woo, that's, oh gosh, I love that. I'm proud of myself. How old was I when I invented them? I started that story in 2000, was it 16? When was I in Ireland for the first time? Dublin. 16, right? I was like, okay, I can give myself random words. I was at breakfast in Ireland. I was like, no, not 2016. 2017. Was I already vegan? Was it 2015? I don't have memory because I'm stupid. No, I'm not. In 2016, I was in Sicily because I met Ben and Maya for the first time there. More cosplay. Gosh. Oh, I clapped on my leg. I hope that wasn't too loud. No, that's not too loud. Oops. Sorry for trying again though. I think I was in Ireland 2015. Oh, I wasn't vegan. Nope, not at all. I bought leather shoes. Dead animal skin shoes. Proper wording is important. Back then, so I wasn't vegan. Yeah, it was in 2015. Where was I? Dublin, Ireland. That plays also into those 2 years after high school because I tried studying in Ireland and then I decided against it. And yeah, because I didn't want to move for anything but acting school. I miss acting so much. That's another of those creative passions of mine where I have no idea how to bring that more into my life. I go to acting class every week, except for right now I don't. We have online classes sometimes, but currently it's hard to find times where we all have time. But I want to work on that more, but I have to properly think about that and maybe create some own possibilities. So yeah, it's hard to get somewhere with acting because it's not like you pick up a piece of paper and a pencil and you draw and you put it online and bam. I mean, if you put a lot of work into it, then that can happen. That's how easily you can get somewhere with drawing. Easily, in theory. With acting, it's like you have to get a reel somehow, and then you have to get accepted into an agency, or you get randomly discovered. And if you get into an agency, you could just it could just be that you have like random work for a while, like nothing great ever. And I think if you want to get somewhere like in the film industry, you have to set foot yourself. Like when you write, nowadays it's possible to self-publish, but like earlier, like years ago, you couldn't really self-publish. And then you also had to like write and get your work to like a publisher, and if they didn't accept you, how would you move on? No internet, no possibilities. You could still get somewhere with writing a bit, but not really. So yeah, that's kind of the same for acting. I mean, there are more possibilities by now, but it's still not as accessible, I think. At least in my opinion, my point of view is like, nah, that's not really happening. Okay, not, yeah. Yeah, not of those creative passions. Now I lost the thread, I think. Yeah, drawing. How did I get to acting? I miss acting, I said. Oh yeah, Ireland. How did I? Oh, the story. I didn't lose it. I didn't lose the thread. I just wonder whether people can keep up though. Wow, this will be a long episode. But hey, it's a special one. It's a episode 105, goodbye season 1 or farewell season 1, whatever. And yeah. Sorry, my nose. That's from the nearly crying earlier. And also my eyes are a bit weird today. Maybe I'm just so happy about progress with Project Doggo that my eyes are like, I want to cry out of happiness. I want to cry in case it wasn't understandable in my weird voice. Out of happiness, huh? Yeah. Maybe my emotions just want to burst out. Haha. Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm so random, but that's me and I love it. It's pretty chill right now, honestly. It's very enjoyable because I kind of love talking about stuff, telling stories. Wow, I love telling stories. How surprising from someone who loves making stories, like creating stuff. Wow. It's honestly no surprise that I love. I mean, some writers just love writing, but I love telling stories in multiple ways. Yeah. I mean, I don't talk a lot when I don't know people and when I don't feel comfortable with them, in brackets yet. But when I know you and when I feel comfortable with you and when we have the fitting topic, then I will talk a lot. Yeah, that's facts. Yeah. Now I'm happy because I'm just being myself so much, and if I look back, then wow, did I not dare to do that. Yeah. Okay, so in Ireland I was like, okay, I will make up a story out of random stuff. Like, I will give myself, I think I didn't even tell anyone, I was just like thinking about that. Oh gosh, I so often think about stuff I could say in a conversation, but I don't say it because I know that people won't listen, or because I don't dare to say anything, or because I don't feel like talking at that point, or because people just continue talking because they talk about something that's more like between them. I mean, even when I sit at the table, it's just like, I know that's your topic and I know that I won't contribute much that you would say to or answer anything to, but I'm also I'm trying to work on that. Because, I would just say that now, my therapist and I discovered that we underestimated my social phobia. It's still very much present. I just, in the last 2 years especially, because I left school, I spent so much time indoors and at home. I barely go anywhere with anyone. I barely go out to socialize. Yeah, I live with my family though, so I'm not a complete loner. Yeah. And I do have friends, I just don't really do much with them because I'm just that way. So yeah, we underestimated my social phobia, and I only have depressive symptoms tendencies because of my social phobia. I was suppressing everything where I could become afraid, where I could encounter my social phobia and also other anxiety stuff. I was just running away from that. I was avoiding everything, which is how anxieties make you work. And then they're like, oh, avoiding works, oh, that's good, goodbye stuff. But then, because I sit inside all the time, and as my therapist put it, you can stare at that white wall at home. I really have white walls, haha. And he knows that because we also have online therapy, and of course he sees my wall in the background. Yeah, so he said like, you can stare at that white wall for some time, but after a while, it will get boring and it will get like not good. It will make you like, it can make you depressive and so on. And there are also many other reasons why, like not many, but I don't get along perfectly with my family. We very much love each other, but still, we have some issues, and then also different ethnic views, and that also makes things hard because they aren't vegan and I am, and it's very important to me, and it's like living among racist or homophobic people. Yeah, it's like back in the days when a family had like a slave, as it was normal back then. Was that normal in Germany ever? Was that a thing in Germany? I think we were just oppressive. We didn't, and we don't really have that many colored people. I mean, much more still, but not like our population is not as diverse as like the US's, the USA's, yeah, as America's culture. I think population, culture, whatever. It's kind of mixed. I mean, of course, America's mixed, but hey. You get what I mean. Back to the thread. So yeah, it's like back in the days, like in I think in Cloud Atlas, it was a bit. Was that the case in Cloud Atlas? I don't know, but yeah, back in the days, US, your parents had slaves. And there were, I'm very sure that there were some people who were like, no. Why would you keep have other people? Why would you treat other people, other sentient beings, like all other non-human animals? By the way, why would you treat them like objects? Why would you make them work for you? Why would you steal from their life, like take from them, like keep their free will, or be like, no, you don't have any right for free will because you come from a different culture, you're from a different ethnicity, you look different. Oh, I have the right to take from you. Oh, I'm a racist. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what it's like for me living with my family. Yeah. Because they don't view other animals as sentient beings deserving of a life. Yeah. So that's the thing. That's pretty terrible sometimes for me and psychologically damaging. I mean, not as damaging as the pain that gets done, the harm that gets done, the pain non-human animals experience, but still, it's pain for me. Yeah, mentally very hard and struggling and blah. And also, of course, it's not very great for my social phobia, because you can also have social phobia anxieties towards a family. That's a very difficult and complex constellation, I would say, of people. Like, yeah, different difficult relationships. Yeah. So yeah, that was also going on. I sat at home for basically 2 years, mostly. And I was pushing away my social phobia, and I didn't even realize it. And of course, you would develop depressive tendencies. And if you follow me on Instagram still, then you know my stories. And partially, I shared a lot on those stories. And you would know when I have my very red faces. And faces. Not faces. Not faces, but phases. That's softer pronunciation. Gosh, I think too much about the English language today. About pronunciation. But yeah, phases, not faces. Then, yeah, sometimes I would understand why, but I don't think in the core, though. There was much bigger stuff lying behind all that. And a lot from the past, like past influences and past pains and like the social phobia I was carrying around with me. And I didn't notice it. Yeah. We're over an hour. Woo! It would have been perfect if this had been 1 hour and 5 minutes, but I could also go for 105 minutes. Then it would be 1 hour and 45, but I hope we don't hit that. Oh gosh. Yeah, I have time. In 35 minutes, my favorite streamer, Gronk. I'm even wearing a Gronk shirt right now. Starts streaming like every Friday, but I don't have to watch that. I mean, maybe he plays a game that I'm not interested in, but also at the beginning he talks for like 1 or 2 hours, or maybe even 3 sometimes. But yeah, so I'm not always interested in the talking, so I don't mind missing that. Also, I want to read after this. Or do something like creative work. I feel so much freer now because I'm more aware of what's going on with myself. I understand myself better. I love understanding and empathy, which is like emotional understanding. So yeah, emotional empathy and understanding yourself and valuing yourself because of that empathy and like making logical decisions through your empathy, etc. And understand yourself. I love understanding and that stuff, as I just mentioned. Yeah, and it makes you feel better when you understand yourself. It's like your aunt is afraid of things when you get how they work. And that's like, I'm not necessarily afraid of myself, but sometimes I'm afraid of my own psyche, I think, because I don't get it. And it's like, why? Why do you feel like that? What is this? That's terrifying, honestly. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Therapy talk. Therapy session with Kana again. No. Psychological talk. What did I call that episode? Therapy session? Psychological talk? Therapy talk? I don't know. So yeah, all this stuff is reason for why I'm changing my path. Wow, that's very wow. So yeah. Social phobia. Island. What else did I have? Drawing. I could go back there, but I think I forgot something. The music. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. It's honestly a bit like, it's wow. It's a wow moment when you're like, holy shit, now it makes sense. And then also the stuff I spoke about with my friend when I told her what I was feeling. Oh, now I know what I wanted to say next. And I was telling her about the stuff, and she answered. It also started making more sense, and it's incredible. It's like when finally all those pieces are coming together, like not all of them, but still so many, and you're just like, whoa. I'm very grateful that you can easily have therapy here in Germany. It's like, good job done me. It's very important. I love therapy. I had to make my mom like, because I of course was afraid to take my own initiative. I was like, Mom, can I go to therapy? Mom, I think, was I 15 back then? I think so, something like that. Yeah, and then she was like, okay. She was like, okay, yeah, let's do it. I basically, it wasn't that she didn't allow it, but I think she just forgot about it, or didn't like take it too seriously. And I was just like, Mom, can I go to therapy? And they were like, okay. Yeah. I think slouching with my words a bit, but hey. So, the next thing was... Was that after or before the last session? Oh, it was after. I think after my last therapy session, that phase of nothingness hit. Like, those 3 days, I think? 2 or 3 days of where I didn't feel like doing anything. I had days where I was motivated but didn't want to get up out of bed for some reason. So I would just stay in bed. But I was still motivated. I just kind of couldn't get up. Depressive tendencies. But those days were worse. I didn't even have any motivation. I didn't want to kill myself or anything like that. I just didn't feel like anything. I was like, hey, drawing. Hey, art. Art and drawing is the same. Hey, writing. Hey, streaming. Hey, reading. Hey, watching Let's Plays. Hey, watching movies. Hey, watching shows. Hey, watching YouTube videos. Hey, watching streams. Nothing. I didn't feel anything. It was basically emptiness. It was this feeling of nothing. And wow. That's what I meant earlier when I said that time felt so surreal. Did I really say that or think about that? I think I mentioned the surreal part, but it was so surreal that I can't imagine what it was like anymore, because it feels so distant and weird and so off. It's like, what was that? I can't even imagine that that's how bad it was. It's like, I think that's what people mean when they say you can't understand my position because you haven't been through that. I mean, I can imagine what do things. I can think about what things might do to people, what they might feel like, but I can't properly, what's the word in English? I don't know. You can't imagine it for yourself, like properly. You can't imagine it so much like you can feel it. You can't really feel what others must have gone through, something like that. I don't wish on anyone to go through that. That's so wow. That nothingness, I mean. I think it was because of like all that, like that information hitting me, and I was also stressing myself so much, and the dog thing, the corona thing. Oh, and also my task was to go outside after my last therapy session, which was oh my gosh, it was only yesterday, last week. Holy shit. Yeah, I had the task to go outside again because 1, battling social phobia, 2, dealing with the corona situation. Like not, of course, with distance. It's not dealing with the corona situation to go outside, but like psychologically, you know what I mean. I hope. This episode takes 30 minutes. Oops, 1 hour and 12. Yeah. If this is even 1 hour and 12 minutes for you, it might be a bit less because, of course, I hit record before I started talking. Yeah. Oh, gosh. So yeah, I went shopping, like to a store down the street to like get some tofu, and also toothpaste and jackfruit. I couldn't find the jackfruit and they didn't have the toothpaste anymore, so I just bought tofu. Did I buy something else? Tofu? Did I also buy feta, which is a version of not really tofu, but also made out of soy? Did I buy that as well? I forgot. Vegan, of course. It's made out of soybeans. How would it not be vegan? Yeah, it's basically water and soybeans. And maybe some salt in the other thing, in the second thing I mentioned. I don't know what it is in English because it's kind of a made up name. So yeah, those are the only ingredients. Yeah. So it was weird and hard to deal with the situation, and I felt my social phobia so hard. I was like, yeah, okay, I was really running away from it. Wow, I was not facing it, and this situation makes it even worse because when I don't know what happens somewhere, what you have to do or how you have to deal with stuff, then it makes it even worse. Being so uncertain about stuff and having no securities at all, it's like it makes you feel like you will die. Yeah, that's kind of social phobia is an over version of survival instinct. It's like fight or flight. It's a fight or flight reaction, but because you've experienced bad things, which led to anxiety, you overreact with the fight or flight situation. Your body starts like having those symptoms of fight or flight. It prepares to run away because it can't fight. Yeah. And it's just that's why you tremble. That's why you may sweat or like try to get rid of like baggage. So like might get diarrhea also when you're anxious. Yeah, that's like as I said, tremble. Also your hands might get cold because they save energy for like your core, and so on and so on. Like you prepare to run away from what you're afraid of because you get too easily afraid of stuff. So you're like, I have to run. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. A tiny psychology lesson here. Yeah. So you had to put a mask on. That's okay. I also brought like hand. What the gloves? What are the hand thingies called? Oh gosh, gloves. I also brought gloves with me. Just be careful because I also have asthma, and my asthma, that's a good connection to what I told you earlier. Because I also have asthma and I'm kind of allergic to smoke, of course the outside world is also even more scary for me because seriously, every time I go outside, even when I open my window, when I don't even go outside, I have to be aware of smoke, whether there might be smoke, because otherwise I get an asthma attack, and then I might get sick again from it, because it tremendously weakens my body, and then I can get sick so easily in these times. That is very scary, because I have no idea whether it might affect me or not, so I'm very careful. Yeah, and I don't have to go shopping normally because my parents do that, so... Of course I don't want to go outside and don't want to go shopping when I don't have to. But it was a challenge for myself. I need those challenges. Because of therapy. Yeah, of course I shouldn't overdo anything, but I think that was overdoing it a bit for me, but still it was good that I did that to see it again. I was like, oops. I very much felt like, I told my mom that I felt like I was starting all over again with my social phobia. Yeah. Oh, and also to continue that from earlier, I seriously have to, when I go outside, I have to run around being a bit paranoid about whether... I don't know if you can call it paranoid, but... Oops, purpose. But yeah, I would just call it paranoid, I don't know. Being afraid about and looking around everywhere, whether there might be a smoker. I even, because I'm short-sighted, I stare at people's hands basically, because I only at short distances get if I don't smell it first, because sometimes the wind goes in other directions, then I don't really smell it. I stare at people's hands, because sometimes they might just stand around or walk past me without me seeing like them really smoking, but just holding the cigarette. And I realized that only at very short distances, and then distances, oh gosh, distances. My nose, it's itchy. Wow. And then I have to run. Partially, I just have to, and that's also an issue, because I have to breathe in, keep my breath before breathing in the smoke, and then I have to run away from the people who smoke, like run around them and so on. Gain some distance, or like stay back, but if they come in my direction I have to run, or if they stand somewhere I run around them. That's my life outside. Of course it's scary, of course, mixed with social phobia, that's bad. Yeah. I will change how I sit. I hope that wasn't too loud. Out. That was my chair. I'm so sorry that you only get one view and that this isn't really the Minecraft display, but hey, it's the ending of it. I'm explaining the ending in over an hour. Oh gosh. Hey, did you hear that the Zack Snyder cut will come out in 2021? No, joke. It's truth, but yeah. Of Justice League. I don't know why. I just had to think about that when I said explain the end. I don't know why. Yeah. Those are my nails on the table. Wow. Yeah. So much for my social phobia causing depressive symptoms, and me having lived. That's a soft word ending blah d, not a t. Lived. Okay, I think I can say that. Wow. I just have to think of my former English teacher who was from Britain. When I think about such like pronunciation stuff, I'm very aware of what I do and say, unless I'm very aware of something else and all my attention goes to that. But yeah, sometimes like when I have to focus on talking, like right now in English, and I focus a lot, and I'm very aware of what I say and like how I speak, and yeah. Ooh, as I said, I love English, so it's very like it's dear to me to like speak properly. Yeah. And also because of acting, it's I like speaking clearly, which I might have not done, but still a bit more than other times, I think. Yeah. So, as I said, besides social phobia, depression, because of that, I realized that I needed change. I had a bad time, and I've been thinking about changing some things for a while. I think that was only like in the background a bit, because like, nah, you have that plan, try to stick to it. And I think the danger with me and plans, I mean, plans can help you, planning stuff, a schedule and so on, it can very much help you. And that's good for people who are more on the creative side and don't have as much order in their life. I'm a very ordered person, but not in the time sense. If you know my sleeping schedule, then whew. I only slept at a reasonable time today because, as I said, I was up for 28, 24, 20, 28, I think, 28 hours before. That was the only way to get to bed at a proper time for me. And the 2 nights before, it took me hours to fall asleep. I lay in bed for so long. That was also horrible. I don't know exactly what that was, but I think it was because it was so much was going on in my brain, and what the heck. So many thoughts. And what was that? I also realized sleep schedule. There was something else. Oh yeah, I was taking a bit of a break after those days of nothingness. I somehow regained I think it was maybe just thinking about stuff and giving myself permission to relax. After those days, I took a bit of a break. I'm kind of still on that break, but I have to prepare for the changes after that break. I can't really take breaks, but hey. I should give myself more of a break, but I think it's progress to take at least a bit of a break. And also like take the time to read again. Yeah. Because I needed I needed that. I needed it so much after those days, after those weeks, after those years, after months, after those years. Oh gosh. Yeah. Hello, sun. Do you always look at the sun when you wake up? That would be fun. Minecraft, do you do that? I'm not sure. I have to yawn up, sorry. I'm trying to like also talk more to people in real life, by the way. I mean, we have a neighbor. My mom has not direct physical contact, but she's like she stands near her. Because as I said, she's our neighbor. She's a friend of the family, and because she inherited a flat, and that was before Corona, and my mom's helping her with dealing with that because my mom knows a bunch about how to handle like houses, flats, etc. House carpentry. No, that's not carpentry. Like carpenter stuff. Isn't that carpenter? Yeah, that's called carpenter. I had struggles with that word for so long because I didn't know it. Yeah, and she's helping her with that, and she couldn't just stop helping her with that because of Corona. Of course, they're staying safe, etc. But yeah, just to explain, one person who's at our flat sometimes, who I can talk to, and still stay safe. I mean, but also by now it's allowed to invite people again here in Germany. We're doing it very carefully. We had some family friends with us, and of course the dog check today, but no physical contact, safety distance, etc. We're all sticking to that. I mean, I explained to you I'm very careful because I have asthma, and of course my family is too, because they don't want to kill me, or endanger me, or be more of a burden to like the health workers than they have to. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm heading over so many points. So yeah, I took a bit of a break, and I'm trying to talk more to people as a bit of a mini challenge. It's not a mini challenge, but yeah, let's just not call it a mini challenge because it is a lot for me. I'm trying to talk more to people because outside of my family, there are people who want to listen to me and want to know stuff from me, because it's sometimes hard to talk to my family because I feel like they don't really listen. I mean, they've told me, my sister for example has told me that she doesn't really listen until she realizes that I'm saying something interesting. I also have to speak a bit more slower. Yeah. Over like nearly 1.5 hours. What am I doing? Maybe we just hit 1 hour and 45 minutes for 105 minutes. So hey, The over 105 minutes episode. Oh gosh. But hey, you should get used to longer videos because I will start uploading only streams, so stream recordings. Purpose hits again. Oh gosh, you might have heard that. that was really nearly a burp, a mini burp, so yeah. It's challenging to talk to people, but it's kind of refreshing to have people who are like really listening to you and really interested in what you say. I mean, I had someone ask, like one of my family friends, at the age of like around my parents, so like around 50. Wait. At around 60, I meant. Oh gosh. My parents are old. My mom is 40 years older than me, and I'm nearly 20, so guess what? Yeah. Yeah, their friends are, of course, also around their age, so yeah. Someone who's around 60 years old seriously asked me about, like, she asked me what I'm doing, and I told her about, like, I'm streaming, trying to get working on getting self-employed. And yeah, then she was like, oh, and can you watch that somewhere? And I was like, yeah, and that's Twitch, and that's my name there. And that was so like, oh my gosh, someone is interested. It's like, that's so sweet. Oh, okay, that felt good. Because I basically only get proper appreciation for my creative work and basically all my work online. And that's not the real deal. It's very good. It's a lot when... Compared to not at all, it's a lot, but still, it's not the same as when you get it like from people who you directly know, who you can meet, who you can talk to in real life. That's wow. You feel good then. It's like, okay. And also when someone's like interested in what you've cooked and so on, because I'm not like, maybe cooking is a hobby of mine. I don't know. I like to creatively cook, like go nutrient by nutrient and be like, okay, what do I feel like today? What do I need today? What haven't I eaten yet? And then, I don't know, make it colorful when I'm not too lazy. Eat the rainbow! Yeah. I don't know, I kind of, yeah, my creativity goes there even when I don't notice it. Yeah. So when someone is also interested in, hey, what have you cooked? And you tell that to them, and I don't know, when you've made a kind of a creative mix, I had tofu, mushrooms, potatoes, and pomegranate seeds yesterday. That was awesome. I think that was all right. Yeah, it was so cool to have like the more beige colored things. I don't know. It's like it's tofu protein white, and then mushroom because I love mushrooms. I mean, there's a bunch of awesome stuff in mushrooms, but why am I talking about food now? and potatoes. Potatoes are also great protein. Carbohydrates. I love carbs. I changed how I said it again, by the way. And then something so colorful to spark something in there. I would have put corn in there as well, but we didn't have any upstairs, and I didn't want to go downstairs to the cellar to get some. So yeah, yeah. I was like, okay, no corn today. You can eat some tomorrow, because I eat corn nearly every day because I love it so much, and I put it over everything. Yeah, I add it to everything, nearly. Except for my smoothies and sweet stuff, of course, but yeah. Not very sweet stuff, but more like fruity stuff. My sweet is fruity, yeah. Oh gosh, what is this episode? Thank you for watching, by the way. You've come this far. That's the worst clap ever, but thank you so much, congratulations. Oh gosh, it might help with the wait for like more content again, because to get back to the point, this is the last episode of this session of Minecraft, season of Minecraft. So that means Oxenfree will continue until it runs out, and then we might have Gods Will Be Watching, but I'm not sure how to deal with that first for now, because I've already edited, uploaded, blah. The first 2 chapters, because we played those on stream. Those are long, and I was like, nah, I won't turn this game into episodes because it's so long, and it's like, it makes more sense to have the chapters as one episode, so those are long. Because the second chapter especially took many tries and so on, so yeah. I don't know whether I would just upload the stream of that instead of the episodes, because if I just uploaded the first chapter as an episode, the second chapter as an episode, I don't know when I will play Gods Will Be Watching again. I mean, I want to, but there's a certain thing we will do on the 19th of June on stream, and I will upload the stream as soon as possible afterwards. So yeah, that's the next set project. Everything until then is open. It depends on how I will proceed now, and also how the dog adoption will go. Because of course things are changing. I said I need a change, and that the dog adoption is going forward is just perfect timing now. I might adopt her next week. So as I said, when you watch this, I will have met her. And soon after, I will find out when I can adopt her. Probably. I don't know how fast, how much time, like how orderly things will go with how fluent, how well things will go with the organization, with the paper stuff, with the payment, blah, when we can get her and so on. But I think I'm optimistic that it will happen next week, like maybe at the end of next week, because weekend. Yeah. Then I will need time. The dog and I both, like my whole family, we will all need time to get used to the new situation. For me to develop a sleep rhythm, I think I will try to stick to a proper one now, because I have like basically a week now. Yeah, nearly. I think if we look at things realistically, I might adopt her next weekend, because the weekend is like, it's useful for that, because the caretaker family probably has good time then as well. But we will see. But still, it's like, I think the most realistic thing right now is that I have a week to develop a proper sleep rhythm. And given that my eyes hurt so weirdly today, as I said, it's like, I don't know, sometimes I think maybe it's dry in my room because I had to close the window. Oh, and because my computer's working, right? Yeah, I had to close the window when I record because I don't want outside noises in there. It could still happen even though I turned on noise suppression again, background noise suppression, because it sounded so bad. That's why I was playing around with the sound settings. So yeah. Yeah, so I don't have fresh air in my room and my eyes are like, yeah. I will have to get used to having a dog finally and taking care of a dog. And oh my gosh, I will be so happy, I will be so overflowing with emotions, but it might also get stressful. Because new sleep rhythm. I have a trial time of 1 week now. And I'm taking that seriously. So I might mess it up. But when I have a dog, I will just get up when I have to, because that dog needs a walk. And needs multiple walks. And so yeah, we first have to develop a feeling for that and like learn how to actually take care of her. I've taken care of dogs, but not for like longer than a week, a bit over a week. That's the longest time I ever took care of a dog. Besides that, I only like had dogs at home for like a day maybe. Bedtime in Minecraft. And I have to drink something. Ouch. I scratched myself on my computer screen. On my display because... Well, yes, we talk about Doggo. We basically talk about you, just in black. Maybe the same height, I don't know. So yeah, oh, my eyes. So of course, why am I explaining that even so much? Of course, I will need time to get used to taking care of a dog. And yeah, I only took dogs for walks. Besides taking care of one dog for a week, But then had them at home a bit, but this would be new and different, and she will also be like afraid and scared and be like, what the heck is going on, where's my family? Yeah, and then be like, oh, I have a new family now. Yeah. and I will be like, oh gosh, I have to get up, oh gosh, I have a dog, oh my gosh, I love you, emotions. And then be like, oh, you're afraid, but I have to be confident, oh my gosh, I will guide you, okay, and I will teach you this, okay. And are you well? Am I taking care of you right? And I'm an overthinker, so that might get a bit hard, but I've been preparing since I knew what dogs are. And since I understood that you can like have a dog, like have them as a family member, I was like, I want a dog. And I know that at some point I understood that it doesn't work because of time. And I was at school all day, and my parents worked as well, so yeah, it wasn't possible. But I was still preparing all those years. I can't say, I mean, I'm nearly 20 years old, so you could basically say I've been preparing for nearly 20 years. Just roughly, because I love dogs. I always have. And as far as I can remember, I have always wanted a dog, so yeah. And at some point that turned into always like wanting to adopt a dog, like give someone, help someone have a home, save more dogs from certain death or bad treatment and so on, like just make it possible for another sentient being in this life, another being who just wants to live and feels and yeah, wants to love others, and yeah, like, oh, have a life, and oh my gosh, I love her already. I haven't even met her yet, but still, I love her. She's my baby, and I hope everything works now. Oh my gosh, I will treat her so well. As far as I can, as much as I can. I mean, I won't do everything perfect because I'm a beginner dog owner, so a dog adoptant. I don't know how you say it properly, but hey. So yeah, of course I will make mistakes, but I have done my utmost best to prevent anything bad. Yeah. That's kind of where I started or wanted to start with this. Yeah, I said you are one of the reasons, Doggo, for the current situation, the change coming upon you. We might really go for 1 hour and 45 minutes. I don't want to hit 2 hours, but I think I'm getting to a close. Yeah, I'm getting to an end. I also already, because I'm looking at my mannequin, at my still, oh gosh, not continued mock-up for a shirt for a cyberpunk cosplay, and my Joy cosplay boots, and my not finished dyed, not yet completely dyed Joy wig, and my Freya wig, and I know that in those drawers are more wigs. And also all my cosplay making tools that I have, and like all my fabric and old stuff that I could reuse, like clothes and cardboard stuff, and it's all just standing around, and all my books, which I don't really see because at this angle I don't. Yes, I do now. Okay. All my books, my board, my whiteboard where I can't read that from here because I'm short-sighted, but yeah, my whiteboard where I have autograph cards from people who inspire me, and like cards from Lydie, and like letters to myself, or like things about myself or for myself, which I wrote in acting class, and they're pretty awesome, honestly. Like, what would she do if if I wasn't afraid, I would blah blah blah. If I wasn't, who I would be if I wasn't. So yeah, if I wasn't too afraid to do this and that, and I wish I could blah blah blah. Yeah, who I would like to be basically, and what's keeping you from that. That's pretty cool. I should read that more often. And yeah, on that whiteboard I also have cards and signatures from more cosplay and his wife Maya, Bennett Maya. As I said, from Lydie too, and one from Gronk and Pandoria. And Eos Anya is also on that card. I also met him the day I got that card. yeah, and on that board I've written all my tasks down. I've written the days or weekdays down, and what happens or what I have to do on those days, like basically like a mini calendar that I can write at over and over again. Write on, yeah. Yeah. All those tasks, and it just all reminds me of what I love and what I want to do. And I think that's also like, it's been around me all this time and I wasn't realizing it. I was just, I don't know, I was so stuck in like what I had set out for, because as I started earlier, I think, I don't know if I finished that, as I started earlier, schedules are good for like anxious people and people who don't have like order and who are more creative than like ordered. Schedules are good and so on, but I don't know, I cling to what I had and what I like had planned to do and what I had planned to go for, but I forgot to live in the present and like be like, okay, intuition, feelings, what do you say to this? And oof, and they said, not a bad direction, not the worst path, but still, you don't want that. Yeah. And also, hey, what about yourself? Do you mind a little break? Do you mind stressing yourself? I say, hey, we're suffering here. Yeah, that's my psyche. That was probably my psyche in those days. Yeah. Hey. I might have to sneeze. Yeah. So many things are happening, and I have decided I need change. Oh gosh. Yeah. And yeah, so in those 2 years since I finished high school, since I've graduated, I tried out different things, and I basically tried to find my path. And you can also watch like my very first videos for that. Oh my gosh, they are so old already. This is from 2018. That's not like super old, but still, it feels like I was an entirely different person back then. But yeah, you change a lot in these times. I mean, except if you don't, but like it's normal when you've just like become an adult. It's like you realize so many things, you learn so many things. It's like, whoa. And you also have to set out into the world and decide your path for like at least a while. Yeah, and try to go where you want to go, and yeah, figure out where you want to go. Oh, and one of the other important things, I was like, hey, what's my big goal? I wrote that on Instagram as well. I feel like I think maybe the feeling of nothingness also came from that, because I was like, what am I think it came along with that. Those questions and that feeling came together. Yeah, I think so. That was weird. This realization, like, what do I even want? Why am I even doing all the stuff I'm doing? Why do I want to do this and that and that? What's my goal? Where am I going? I love when people, like, even when it seems freaking impossible, but huge, crazy goals and dreams are awesome for me, because I think they make you aim higher and also be like, okay, that's my goal. And then you can, like, then you have, like, things that are truly big, yes, but they aren't the biggest thing. So you can step by step, like, you can break down everything into lower goals and be like, okay, I go for this so I can eventually go in this direction. Of course, you also value the goals, the individual goals themselves, like the smallest one, even the smallest one is still like valuable and great. But when you have this big thing, then you make more out of yourself and wants and make them clearer and value stuff more. And I think I might have to go to bed again soon. Can I? Not yet, I guess. I don't know if I'm even aiming right. This is block bed. Okay, I could have hit my dog there. Okay, no. I am happy that I didn't. Oh, we're at 1:45, I think. I don't know. Maybe not for you yet. I don't know how much, like, how late the recording is. Yeah. What was I talking about? Psyche. I told you what my psyche felt like. Oh, big goals. Yes. I think Those huge insane goals, no matter how insane. I think I already spoke about that in my Instagram stories. Yes. Oh my gosh, this is basically the version of my Instagram stories. I'm thinking about putting all those stories together and uploading them as an IGTV video, because I think 202 Instagram stories are, oh gosh, 2020 seconds. About 2020 seconds. Gosh, that was so long. 60 divided by 60. And that's how many minutes that is. I think it was over an hour. I'm too lazy to like do math right now. Oh wait, it's, yes, okay. Do I look at the sun now when I get up? No, I don't. Okay. Would have been fun. Might also be weird in some situations when you sleep in a cave or something like that. Okay. And then you're like, wait, why did I turn like that when I got up? Yeah. Doggo. I think those huge goals make you aim higher, and yeah, that's what I meant with what I spoke about in my Instagram stories. Now I have to speak louder because this song was so loud. Yeah, Bennett Meyer wants more cosplay, as I said earlier. In case you still don't know them, although I talk so much about them, check them out in case you don't know them on Instagram. More cosplay, and Maya Felicitas B. Felicitas B for the English-speaking people. Felicitas. That sounds so weird. Felicitas. Yeah, Maya Felicitas B is her Instagram name. B. That's a B at the end for Bergman, which is their surname. Yeah, well, that's all public info. I'm not saying anything weird here right now. So yeah, they once spoke about like their big dream. What if they could like do whatever they want? If money wasn't a problem, time, etc., they would do that. They would go for that. That's basically their dream living situation. They spoke about that. They shared that on stream. And it was like having a big doll house in Denmark, and like cows and pigs, take care of them, have like basically a sanctuary. That was so beautiful. And yeah, I was thinking about that in those days where I was like, what do I even want? I think that's when I really started to be like, okay, I have to change something. And I was like, okay, I have to make, what do I want in life? I have to try and make a plan for that. That's when all this change mindset thinking started. And like properly started and got into motion. And yeah, I just every day in my journal on my phone had like in my notes had life plan standing somewhere in my to-do, in my daily journal, etc. Yeah, in my to-do list I meant, or more like it's called to plan, but it's a to-do list basically, so with some normal notes here. Sorry. Purpose. Yeah, I still don't know the English word for that. I should look it up, but I don't know if it sounds better than purpose. I just always say that because of Ludi. Yeah. Foot, don't go away from my chair. Slide away maybe is a good word. I slid away from my chair earlier. Okay, slip away. I think that's the slip. Wow, that sounds so weird when you say it without away. Yeah. Yeah, purpose, blah. And they shared that dream, basically a sanctuary in Denmark, beautiful doggos, cows, I think pigs as well, and that's so cute. And of course also like a workshop for the cosplay stuff, for the creative work. Still streaming would also be cool probably then, for them. I think they included that, but I'm not sure. That's like the dream home, as I said, living situation. And yeah, as I said, plan life in my to-do list. Yeah, and that was basically my thoughts then. Because I mean, before that it was like concept artist, and before that like acting, and I realized, oh, that's a good point to summarize so much of what I said. We're over 145. Goodbye 105 minutes episode. To summarize everything, I realized like, okay, as a kid, as I said earlier, I wrote as a kid. As soon as I could write, I wrote stories. I wanted to become an author. I think at one point I also wanted to become a singer. I was so like, I don't know, nah, I never really wanted to become a singer. I was just like sad that I couldn't sing. that held up for so long. I mean, I think singing is so beautiful and powerful, and I was just like, I also got partially bullied for my voice even. I think that's why I have issues opening up my mouth and speaking clearly, but I'm working on that. Wait, maybe I can trigger my clearer voice. I have to drink something. I once told you about that. I think that was in a Minecraft stream, where like sometimes I can get into my like proper voice drinking. Wait, water, of course. I don't drink alcohol and talk about emotional stuff. Damn, I drank all my water and you could even hear that microphone needs more noise suppression. Unless it wasn't too hearable and the audio just was like bam. I'm in the green area, bam. Yeah. Okay, some more from my tummy. From my stomach, not tummy. Open your mouth. Maybe sometimes when I can sing I can like access it. Speak more clearly, be more confident. I don't know, maybe if I put my headphones off. Am I speaking clearly? I have my headphones a bit off right now. I hope you don't hear the music from the microphone. Deep breath. I'm not sure. My throat feels so sore. No, I'm not opening my mouth enough. Stretch my mouth. Yeah, I miss acting. I don't know. And my throat feels very rough, as I'm noticing right now. Oh god, I spoke so much. How do I keep up with streams? Streaming for hours, and well, my voice sounds pretty different after I had my headphones on. I still have them off. No, you can't really hear the music, that's good. Okay, maybe I do speak clearly. But I still don't feel like I'm opening my mouth wide enough. Gosh, it sounds weird when I try to... Now I'm mumbling. It sounds weird when I try to speak more clearly. When I try to and when I don't get it. Okay, why am I doing this right now? I don't know. Come on. I want to do that. Now I put my headphones half on. Maybe that helps. I don't know. I don't even have to have my headphones on. I like hearing the dog and the music. Minecraft noises. I think I might be Nope. I'm not eating. Eating. I was like thinking of eating because of my mouth. And I wanted to say I'm not opening. That's why the P came in there and the ing. I'm not opening my mouth enough. Gosh. Ah. I'm trying to... Wow. Good job, mouth. I was trying to like stretch my cheeks. And I had my mouth closed. And when I opened it by stretching my cheeks, it was like... weird noises. Wow, that sounds so wrong. And there was also that noise. Wow. Because yeah, I escaped my mouth and I did not poop just there. Just there. Oh gosh. See, I'm very self-aware. But this is me. Oh gosh. Wow. Now I have to think of. I had to think about The Greatest Showman earlier. This is me. A bunch of times already while talking. Maybe I just try to overdo it. and speak more clearly through that. No. That's the weird thing. When I'm in my normal talking mode, unfortunately my normal talking mode, then I don't get how you open your mouth more. I mean, I can see that I'm not opening it properly. Now I'm looking at my phone as kind of a mirror. It looks so wrong. I know that it's wrong. I don't open my mouth enough, and thus my voice doesn't get out enough, so it's like more unclear. And that's not good, especially for acting. And also when I talk like this, when I stream, etc. Out. Stop hitting your headphones, that is very loud. When I have them half on. Okay. I think I could put them on properly again. So yeah. I don't get how to open my mouth better then. And sometimes I think after I sang. Yeah, after I have sung. Gosh. Then I kind of get it, because when you sing loud, you sing powerful with like a powerful voice, and of course your mouth opens more. Then I'm just like, why don't I always speak like that? Yeah. And it's not better in German, by the way. English is like basically easier for me to speak more clearly in. Yeah. Because I learned it in an environment where I had to speak more clear, because of course the teacher had to understand me, although it was probably still hard for him. Yeah. Oh, I want to speak clearly so much right now. Readjusting my headphones, okay. Yeah. Didn't I say I don't want to hit 2 hours? We're nearly there. Oh, to summarize everything, I still didn't say that. How do I not forget all those things? And by the way, I'm wearing an AV jacket, anonymous for the voiceless right now. A vegan animal rights organization. Wait. And the jacket is so comfortable. I'm wearing it for the first time now, and oh my gosh, it's so comfortable. I forgot what it's made of. Cotton, or wasn't something made of bamboo? Was that the... I forgot, but oh my gosh. That's so comfortable. Yeah. That's very nice. I will enjoy wearing this jacket. Okay. Oops, I have to change. How is it? And headphone cable, don't get tangled up in my chair, thank you. We might hit 2 hours still. Okay, what was... Oh, right, the summarizing part. When I was a kid, I was writing. So, as a kid, I wanted... Ah, that's where we got with the voice, with the singing. Okay, I wanted to become an author or an actress first. I don't know. I forgot. Maybe both at the same time. I don't know. So, acting hit me pretty early. Although yeah, as a kid, I went to, like, church... what's it called? Church community. I'm still not sure why. I guess just because it was around the corner. We used to go to church on like Christmas and so on, but only because of my parents. I'm pretty atheist. Atheist. Do you say it like that? Is it called atheist? Yeah. But isn't atheist that you don't believe like that there's any God? I kind of don't, but at the same time, I think that there are things we don't know or get yet, so but I'm not, what's it called? Is it agnostic? Where you believe that everything is possible? No, I'm basically not religious, just to put it like that. So yeah. At some point we stopped going to church, although I was like, I have no idea what those are called in English, but the ones who like help the priest, like in Catholic churches. I don't know if other churches have that too. Gosh, more clearly. But the like most of the time younger people who help the priest and run around in like white gowns, clothes, things, stuff. I only know what this stuff is called in German. Because when I learned English, I wasn't really interested in that anymore. I didn't care. Yeah. And I never talk about that stuff in English. So yeah, I did some acting there, like for Christmas, and I also don't know what that special kind of play like for Christmas is called, like in English. I don't know I can't even literally translate it. Crib play? Is this called crib? Where Jesus was put in crib. That sounds so. If this is like the wrong meaning, then that might sound very wrong. Okay, yeah, crib play. That sounds so wrong. I don't think that's a wrong word. Hey, and we hit 2 hours. Towers. We hit 2 hours, at least for me. Hey, by the way, because of tea, I'm thinking about that, and because of towers, because they made me think of Inception somehow. A new Tenet trailer dropped today. Tenet. Look it up. It looks insane, and I'm excited for that movie. And basically, like, not basically, overall, in general, OBS. OBS, what have you done? What is going on with OBS? Wait a second. Basically, like, in general. Gosh, okay, we are back. In general, I'm excited for cinema again. OBS is good again. Yeah, but that's beside the topic. We hit 2 hours. I think it's 2 hours for you as well now, because it's 2 hours and 2 minutes for me, and I don't know, I don't think I've wasted 2 hours before, like, starting to talk in the recording. Yeah. Wait, I have to yawn. Sorry. So yeah. And then, after wanting to become an author or an actress, having acted through church a bit, having joined an acting group there, and I never really took on roles because maybe I spoke 2 sentences, or like a bit more. I don't know. I was a kid back then. I was like maybe 7 or 8. Holy shit, was I young. I was a kid when I acted there. Okay, because I basically only did that in elementary school. I think in grammar school maybe a bit, but no, that wasn't possible. Unless they only met to... No. In grammar school I also went there, but only for a few years, like 1 or 2. I don't know. Okay, so yeah, it was first I did the those Christmas plays. I joined them, and I said maybe a few sentences in front of 500 people. I don't know how many people fit into that church, maybe more. But I think that was my first taste for acting. Taste of acting, I don't know. And then... yeah, I joined the acting group that met at church. And yeah, I think I joined for 2 or 3 plays. They had a yearly play, I think. Also around Christmas, I think before Christmas. In November, and at the end of November or like later, I don't know. But yeah, I joined that 2 or 3 times. Or only 1? 2? I'm not sure. Okay, but I didn't really say anything back there, because also the social phobia, I was like, oh. yeah, that was in grammar school, yeah. So I didn't dare to say anything. But still, at age 15, I started acting again. I joined the acting class I'm still at right now. Like, okay, the class changed, but I still have the same teacher. Oh, I miss it. And I don't know. Then I wanted to, like, then at age 10, basically at age 9, I discovered manga. I mean, I knew animes before. Anime. It's not really, the plural is anime. Anime, I knew it before that because of TV, but I only really properly understood what manga and anime was in 2019. At 9, not 19. And in 2010, on my birthday, I got a how to draw manga book, and then I started drawing manga, and I followed in 2010 in October, 10th of October, I joined Facebook as a 10-year-old. Yeah, and then I started discovering and following artists and like manga artists, and also a bit later than cosplayers. And I think through that I got into costume design, and also because I've always loved movies, as you could notice through my early thing for acting. And yeah, I wanted to become a manga artist for a while then. Like basically throughout from age like 10 till like my teenage years, and at age 16 I started going for a more realistic style, and I went away from the idea of, oh gosh, I went through so much change back then. When I turned 16, I think, I also became a minimalist. And also at age 16 I became a vegan. I went vegan. So yeah, a lot of change happened then. Wow, around change I really stopped drawing for a while, and then I get back to it. Because when I tried to develop a more realistic style, I stopped drawing for a while. Oh my gosh, that was so long. That was painful. I always get, like, it always makes me unhappy to not draw. And still I stop sometimes. Oh gosh. Yeah. So yeah, I think then it was mostly acting after that, because as I said, no, 2015? I think, was it 2015 or 2016 when I joined acting class? I'm not sure. But I got more brave through that. I think it was 2015, yeah, because I wasn't blonde. I'm pretty sure I wasn't blonde when I joined acting class, or was I? I don't know. But I was I? No. Was I blonde in 2015 or 2016? I forgot. Okay, yeah, I don't have to break down my hair clock right now. Okay, so I wanted to become an actress. And I didn't give it up when I didn't get accepted for acting school in 2019. I had to wait after I graduated in 2018. And wait, I will get to that pattern and that summary in a second. Which I wanted to connect everything with. Yeah, but I had to wait a bit after graduation because due to how late you graduate in Germany, I couldn't apply to universities in Ireland. I'm pretty sure about that. I'm not sure. Maybe I could have, but I was too late for that when I realized that they have earlier application dates. I don't have water anymore, so I have to stop soon. Over 2 hours. Good job, Kada. So this is so weird. God, I'm so excited for my baby. For my puppy, of course, not a human baby. But you know what I mean. I also call my story characters baby, so you might not know what I mean sometimes. Oh gosh. Too stupid to breathe in. I nearly choked on my own breath. Yeah. Dog was like, what? Bark. So hey baby, something's loading due to the chunk I'm in. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it's at least useful that I'm on for that. This is not a Minecraft episode, but it still is. It's so weird. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't give up acting. I had to wait to apply, and then I went to Ireland for my audition in 2019, and also for my interview for set management and technical theater. and they were impressed by my sketchbook I brought with me, and like the scene and costume sketches I had done and character sketches. I mean, I still kind of think that direction would have been cool for me, but because I wasn't like, I didn't want to move for that, and I wasn't I didn't 100% want to do that, so I didn't want to make such a big decision based on that. And also it would have cost a lot, and when you're not really sure, and you're like, and you're more on the nah side, because also social phobia and moving to Ireland on your own, like Dublin, oof, then no, it was good to not go. I don't regret not going, especially because of what is happening right now. I wouldn't have to want to have been what I wouldn't want to have been in Ireland. That's such weird and maybe wrong grammar in these times. Nope. I don't think so, at least. Maybe I would have grown that much into that. Maybe it would have prevented all that social phobia, depression stuff, or it would have made it worse. I don't know. Yeah. But I wouldn't have developed and done the things in these ways if I had gone to Ireland, so don't regret it at all. I can speak. So yeah. But the sad thing is that they have such few applicants for some reason. Like the Lear Theatre in Dublin. If you're interested in stage management and technical theatre, where you basically get to do everything around the staging except for the acting, join that. Go for that. If you can afford it, of course. Or if you can make it possible to afford that. And like, if you're interested in that, as I said. Did I say that? I forgot. It's great. You also get to really meet like people from the industry, and the Lear Academy is also like, it looks good. And all the information I gathered from that, it's awesome. And there are also like people in the industry who've studied. They're like actors and also the stage management, technical theater people. You can also then go more into like costume design. Wow, it still sounds so good, but why am I so? I'm so much more. I want to achieve stuff more on my own. It's kind of a weird trait of me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just too afraid of like students, study school environments, university, school, whatever environments. Because of my experiences. Maybe it has marked me forever, and I didn't want to go there because of that. Wow, psychology time again. Yeah, I don't know. As I said, I don't regret it. Because holy shit, then we wouldn't have this, and I would have never met... Would I have met those people? Yes, I would. But not, like, Cherry, for example. I'm pretty sure you're watching this, although it might take you a while. But thank you so much for that, seriously. Holy shit. The support. I won't ever regret... I'm basically... in general, not someone who regrets stuff, because I made those decisions, like every decision, I made them for a reason, so I don't regret it. And I mean, I understand most of the time why I made a decision, and if I don't, then it's like my fault and not the decision's fault. Yeah, and yeah, not the past Kenna's fault that I don't understand it now. So yeah, but still, I would never regret stuff that brought me here and to such support and like so many discoveries for myself and so much growth and so much like work creation stuff, and like that's awesome. I love it, seriously, and I truly very, very much hope that I can make a living out of creative work one day. I hope I'm on the path to that. And oh my gosh, with all the talk about acting and costume design, I'm thinking so much about the Cyberpunk 2077 fan film Phoenix program. If you haven't seen the teaser, go watch that epic thing. I was part of that. You can't see me in the teaser. I don't think so. I think one shot cut away, like exactly the frame before you could see me. And I think in another shot, I'm not sure whether that's me. And if that's me, then you just see like either my black hair or the black back of my jacket. I don't know. It didn't look too interesting, so I didn't get a close-up shot, but I get that. And I, of course, also was sad that I didn't get my cosplay done until then, like my outfit, my better outfit for that. But I'm still very happy that I went there, overcame my fears, and joined, as a background extra, the Cyberpunk fan film shooting. the last shootings, the last film shootings, that sounds so wrong. When I think of America, I see shooting in a different sense. Oh gosh, okay. I fear that people might misunderstand it, although it doesn't make any sense at all, because I'm talking about a fan film, so I would just continue saying shooting now. The last shooting days haven't happened because of the current situation, but I'm determined to join that. See, that's like where I get my ambitions and inspiration have returned after those days of nothingness. And I have to still, ouch, why am I sitting so weirdly? I still have to come up with more like courage and determination and a plan, and like more. I have to kick myself in the ass to work on my cosplay, to get back to sewing, because sewing is scary, because I mess it up so often and then I get insecure and don't do it anymore. Yeah, I have to get back to sewing. I either cut the wig myself or go to the hairdresser, to my dad's cousin. But yeah, as I said, I'm afraid of corona situation stuff, but honestly, she's my dad's cousin, so that won't be too bad. Yeah, I would just have to stick to everything. If she even has time free for that. Yeah. We will see how I deal with it, but still, trying is the point. And also, I still want to make my Cyberpunk Blade Runner 2049 a joy jacket, the yellow see-through rain jacket. In case you know Blade Runner or have seen something for that, then you know what I mean. I love that jacket. I have the material for it. I have the dye for it. I have the dye. Not I have to dye for it, but I have the dye for it, the yellow dye. That would still be see-through because the material is see-through. It's basically plastic. Plastic fabric. I still want to make that. And I have to make the pattern for that. And I want to draw a basic bodice pattern. And oh my gosh, I want to do all this stuff. It's just, as I said, sewing is probably scary, I guess, for me. Because, as I said, it hits insecurity spots. Yeah. But I want to make stuff for the cyberpunk shooting, so I can be more of a contribution to that epic project and maybe see myself a bit in a better light in that movie, and maybe it helps with acting. That's where I wanted to go, because that project is so epic and gives me like hopes for acting. It's just I wish I could like, maybe I make it to talk to those people more, because I will probably, I mean, they plan to have a like in the cinema, fan film movie premiere in a cinema and invite everyone involved, if possible. I want to do that. Yeah. And I just would love to connect with all the awesome filmmaking people there, and yeah, maybe work with them together, because there's so many creatives. No, it would be so epic. Yeah. I mean, if you already know people who know epic people, like you know already epic people, I know Ben and Maya, Mal cosplay, and I want to like, then connections, come on. maybe you can create something together. I mean, I'm not totally unskilled, so maybe there's something, maybe there's a chance. Okay, that would be epic. Yeah, so I have to get my ass up for that to at least be a bit, as I said, more of a contribution, because yeah, better costume. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Well, I will have to coordinate that with the doggo, I hope. Yeah, my family was like, of course we would take care of the dog for when you have to go away, like maybe a day or a few days for such a project. Of course they will take care of her. So yeah, that's very nice and awesome. Very supportive. My boat. Yeah. So cute. You are so cute. My real dog will be so cute soon. She's still cute. She probably is cute right now. She's surely cute right now. But yeah, I will see you on Sunday. Gosh, epic. Yeah. So yeah, acting that came from like cyberpunk fan film. Acting came from Ireland. The topic came from the topic island. I don't want to go over 2 hours because for 2 hours and 20 minutes so far. Well, how often do I want to say something like that? It doesn't get better. Wow. I really have a lot to talk about. Yeah. And it feels better, honestly, because knowing that I will upload this and that it will be out in the public. Wow, that's another thing. One of the reasons why I also have to change and want to change things is because I don't take time for other creative things. And I was thinking about, well, I wrote something down on my phone for this, which I will probably use as a description. So read the description down below for a more coherent version. Maybe I should have said that at the beginning. Well, okay, so read the description down below if you want a short version of this. With not so much info and not so much background, etc. stuff, but still more like what the change is looking like. And why it's happening. And what I'm thinking about. I have ideas, I have projects, but I have to take the time to do those things. And I was thinking about like also speed drawing videos, my talking videos return, maybe that would be funny, because first off you would see me then, and second, those were my beginnings on here. My first 3, 4, I forgot how many I made, videos on YouTube. I mean, I once had a speed drawing video. That was my very first video years ago, but I deleted it. I have no idea where I even edited it. But I don't have it anywhere. I just deleted it. I think I just straight up recorded it. No, I sped it up. I sped it up somewhere, so I had to edit it. Okay, yeah, I deleted it, I don't have it anymore, and I have no idea. I mean, the internet never forgets, but still, how do you find the YouTube video you deleted? I don't think that's normally possible. Yeah, because YouTube also warns you when you want to delete a video, this will be forever gone. Yeah. I need water. So yeah, but my first proper YouTube videos where I started uploading properly are from our talking videos, and then one video from South Tyrol, from a castle, the Ronkelstein or Ronkolo Castle in South Tyrol, which is beautiful. I made a bit of a travel video there. Did I do a voiceover? I forgot. I think I just cut what I filmed together and then did a voiceover at the end. I was like, hello everyone, thank you for watching. Yeah, over the video of a cat with, oh, I think that was the video of the cat where I did a voiceover at the end. Wow, honestly, I miss editing such videos and making such videos. That was fun. I think I have so much. I think I have more film material from South Tyrol. And I still have so many pictures of myself. Oh gosh. I have another profile. I have 3 profiles on Instagram. My regular Kanashi Artisto one, my Kanashi Artisto archive, and my second profile. The archive was my 3rd profile I made. The dog, it just sounded like yeah, that's what the dog just sounded like. For me, because I spoke probably. And yeah, my second is Adrestia, daughter of Ares, because my real name Martina means daughter of Mars / Ares, and also warrior of Mars / Ares. So I don't know, I came up with the name Adrestia, and I also wanted to start my YouTube channel as Adrestia, but I stuck to Kana. Yeah, I love that name too much. It has too much meaning in my life. Yeah, Kanashi Artisto. So yeah, I just made that as a random creative account on Instagram, and I posted a bunch of pictures of myself there when I got my camera, my Canon EOS M10, I think, EOS M10. I have to use it again. I wanted to use it for the stream, but it's not compatible with like a cam link. So not possible. Yeah. Alright. So I posted pictures there and I still have a bunch of those. Because I randomly had fun taking pictures of myself, and weirdly, I recently looked at those pictures when I was sad. When I recorded those 202 Instagram stories. Before that. Those stories kind of led me to doing that. The looking at the profile led me to doing that, like looking at the old stories on that profile. And also at your pictures, and I was like, damn, I find myself weirdly beautiful. Like my old version. When I look at myself right now, I was like, nah, I look good, it's okay. But I mean, of course I see some mistakes, or like, no, not mistakes, that sounds so bad, that's body shaming. Of course I see some like things I would like to change, but I'm basically, generally, why do I always say when I, in general or normally, like, why do I say basically? I don't know. In general, I'm good with my body. I've learned that. I used to get bullied for my weight, but I learned to be kinder to myself and be like, damn, you just have curves, girl. You're not overweight. I used to be a tiny bit, but only like a tiny bit. So it was like so over, yeah. And then I lost some weight when I changed my diet, and yeah. Now I'm pretty normal. I just have a bit of a tummy fat, but only a bit, because it's like, it's a natural safety posture, I would say. So yeah, because I don't work out. But yeah, when I start working out again, that might be gone. I would like to be swole and fit. Yeah, it would be cool. Muscular. I think that would suit me. But I also shared that on Instagram. So yeah. So yeah, still, I find myself good right now. I'm curvy. And I also saw some videos of myself, and it made me so sad. That I shared on a Minecraft Let's Play episode on a Minecraft stream. It made me so sad to look at those pictures of myself as a kid, because I was like, I wasn't fat at all. What the heck? Why did I get bullied? Why did my siblings bully me? Why did people at school bully me? What the heck? That's not fat. That's just a curvy kid. Like, of course, I didn't have like female curves back then, like not really, but my bone structure was already there like that. And oh, I'm covering every topic right now. No. But yeah, I was just like, of course, when you have a more, when you become an adult, have a curvy figure instead of like more of a less curvy one. Of course, you also look as a kid a bit like not super thin, like not like a straight line. No, that's also kind of shaming, but you know what I mean. So yeah. I have like cheeks. I don't have like, you don't really see my cheekbones. I still have, I have some like fat on my face. That sounds wrong, but like naturally, not in a way because I'm overweight, but because it's just naturally. I have some cheeks. Yeah. I wouldn't say chubby face, but I don't know a proper English explanation for that, description for that right now. So hey, yeah. And I had that naturally on my whole body when I was a kid, because I had more like, yeah, I had baby fat as a kid, whereas my siblings didn't, because they were always thin and less curvy in comparison to me. So yeah, of course I looked different, and I wasn't fat, and I was so sad too. What? I wasn't fat at all. That can ruin a kid's and a teenager's life so much. I'm so glad I'm over that shit. Yeah. Okay, where did I get with the whole body talk now? I was thinking about it because of the pictures and past, and of course. Now I might have really lost the thread. I learned acting. Oh, did I say that? Okay, so the summary thing is, I wanted to become an author. I wanted to become an actress, author/actress, mangaka, so manga artist. Then I don't know, actress. than nothing, because the 2 years of school, I think I also wanted to become an actress in that time, and I also got into concept art at that point. Like something with movies. I love movies. I love. Oh, that's the dog, right? I was like, what the heck is going on now? Please don't glitch around. So yeah, but basically, the last 2 years of school destroyed me in many ways, and I was like, ugh. And I just wanted to get out of school. That was my goal. I think at that point, I lost the what's my life goal thing. And I didn't realize that in the past 2 years. In the past 2 years, I just tried to figure out, since graduation, what do I want to do? And then I learned to stand up for myself and my own goals. And since I just tried around, like started streaming, partially worked on my art again, looked into different options, but was like, nope. Yeah, I had to get through explaining to my parents that I don't want to study, and that I want to go to, for them, not really understandable and very unsafe looking paths, although studying isn't safe either. I see that with my brother. He has a bachelor in politics and history, I think. Yeah, political studies. Political studies is called, right? I don't know. Politics. I would just say politics, although it's probably wrong. And as I said, history. And he doesn't really get a job, so, or not in the direction where he wants to go. So studying, not safe. Bachelor, as people say here, or at least in Bavaria, it's the new A-level certificate. That's like what you get at the end of grammar school. I mean, it's basically the same like A-level in Britain, I think. Is it the same in America? I don't know. Like when you graduate high school, the graduation certificate you have then, that's basically a bachelor's, the new version of that. Everybody has it. Of course not everybody, but you know, in like everybody. you know I mean it when I say it like that. Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't guarantee getting a job. So yeah, I'm really covering every topic. We're over 2.5 hours. Special episode. I told you, gosh, I wanted to make this maximum 15 minutes or maybe an hour, but hey, let's do this. Oh gosh. Purpose, sorry. Oh gosh, wait. And I still might have to sneeze. Yeah. I totally get how my favorite streamer can talk so much. Yeah. Study. Blah. I wish you could kind of be like, whoop, tell me what I just said, and then your brain just tells it, and I'm like, ah, thank you. Now I can pick it back up. Oh, I have to change how I sit because this is really getting uncomfortable and weird and not good for my posture. So school, graduation. A-level thing. Bachelor. It doesn't guarantee you a job, yes. That's what I said. Okay, so why not at least try to get somewhere where you want to, no matter how unsafe it is. When things aren't safe anyways, except for a few things that like nobody's forcing you to, and that you don't want to do at all. Why am I playing around with my chair arms? Can I call them chair arms? Oh, just armrests. You can change their height, and I just did that. But it's loud. Why am I doing that? It's a background noise. Yeah, oh god. I'm good at talking long, but maybe not at keeping up a thread here. I have to yawn again. Didn't I say I'm thirsty and I have to drink soon? And I have to drink. I have to stop soon because I don't have water. Yeah, music helped me think. So yeah, that I had to like stand up more for myself, and that helped a lot. That was a lot of progress, honestly. And Wait, brain. I will catch up in a second. Yeah, so I was like, nope, I won't study. I'm still signed in at university for linguistics with Chinese, like studying linguistics, English with Chinese. But I never went there. I was like, for the introduction, honestly, wow. The current situation is like, the stuff I would have been doing if I had like followed expectations and I don't know, not my intuition, then I, which is a hint to I want to follow my intuition more because I'm not regarding that enough and I have to because it's good. My intuition's nice. Self-trust. All those things would have gotten messed up by the current situation anyway, so might have even, I mean, when you just start studying and just have started studying and a few months later it's like, oh, you can't go to university. Oops. Then that would have been weird and that probably would have made me quit. If I had even tried, then I would have quit at the latest by this, through this, by then, yeah. Yeah, so I'm signed in because money is of how system stuff works here and the child work bureaucracy. I don't know what it is exactly. I forgot. I also don't know how to say it in English. So yeah, because of that, I'm signed in at university, but I've never gone there. And until I'm self-employed, and as long as possible, I won't do so. I will stay signed in, but don't go there. So the introduction session, I considered going there, but then I was late, I think, even. Or no, I didn't find the classroom because they moved it, and then I was late. And also the building is like confusing as heck, partially. Like there's no proper orientation, and when you're short-sighted, it's even harder to find like small signs to tell you where stuff is. So yeah, it's also made a bit weirdly, but okay. Oh, my nose. I still might have to sneeze, as I told you. Now I'm yawning again. I'm not even trying to suppress it anymore. Because so much talking makes you like, oh, yeah, CO2. Okay, so yeah, I considered going to that, but then I stood in front of the door. I even helped someone who was searching for that and said like, oh, it's here, you can still go in, don't worry. Because I had, earlier someone was late and just went in and nothing happened, so I told those two girls, I think those were two girls, right? Yeah. So I just told them, yeah, you can go in, no worries. Yeah, so I even helped people and then I just went away. I think I stood there for like 10 or 15 minutes and then I went away. I was like, nope, this is not my word, this is not my thing, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go out without a fight, basically, for my goals. And yeah, now it's time to figure out what my goals are. Still. And that's why I need a change. And this is basically a good ending for all this. Wow. Congratulations on getting so far. Wow. Seriously, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my god. Why are you listening so much to this? I still don't get why my talking videos, because probably because you can see a person, a female person. Probably because of that, it has over, those videos have over 100 views. My Let's Plays don't have that many views, except for one. My most viewed video is the bookshelf limbo. I have no idea why. Maybe because I shared the video in the forum on itch.io where you can get the game. Maybe because of that, but I have no idea. And I'm basically like, okay, wow, that's surprising. I have so many like popular games, and then one episode of one indie game, one small indie game that isn't even that interesting to watch. Okay, maybe seeing other people's decisions and why they decide to choose that comic is probably interesting, but still, gameplay wise, it's not really interesting. There isn't really much story, if not at all. Yeah, a tiny bit of story is there. but it's also just a tiny, it's also a tiny game. So, yeah, not much story in a tiny game. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, brain. so yeah, it kind of surprises me that that has so many views, but yeah, my talking blah. So I was talking about why they were getting so many views, because I was like, why are you listening to me for nearly 3 hours by now? Oh gosh, 2 hours and 40 minutes. Oh gosh, why am I doing this? It's 7 p.m. by now instead of nearly 6 p.m, which was when my favorite streamer started streaming, right? Is he streaming? Yes, there's a Twitch notification. Oh, and I also have messages. Is my phone charged? Yes, it is. Time to unplug. Ouch, wait. Why am I unplugging the charger? Maybe because I can talk while I move. Yeah. For a second I was like, huh, might it rain? I mean, it's a super sunny day, but it would be nice for it to rain, because I love rain. And I don't know, that would be relaxing. Okay, Tata, you just go on the table for now. And I try to host it again. Oh wait. Hi. Remember that I considered building while playing. Oh gosh. This could have been like a whole stream, because nearly 3 hours is a good streaming time, honestly. No, I didn't want to stream this. I consciously decided to not stream this, so yeah. I love that this dog keeps bringing me back and keeps reminding me of the dog. my future dog. Honestly, I think it's the surreal. I think I would super straight up cry when I see her, or after I've seen her, or latest when we adopt her, because of happiness. Because as I said, this is a live dream for me. Epic. And I think she, like, taking care of her will teach me a bunch of stuff, and it will show me a lot about myself, and it will help me develop and grow, and like she will help me develop and grow, and that will probably show me a lot about what I want. I just remembered something, because as I said earlier, on my whiteboard I have like a week plan, and on Friday I have Muted standing there, on Saturday the Croaking, and on Sunday Law Olympus, because those are the webtoons I read, the only ones. Right, the only ones there. No, the Red King, of course I also read the Red King. Gosh, I love her. Helen and her work. I'm so excited for her to return, but I hope she's doing well and she's taking care of herself and rests and like is good with the work she's doing. So yeah, and doesn't stress herself out like I do. Yeah. So yeah, the Red King, Muted, Law Olympus, Webtoon, oh, and The Devil is a Handsome Man. Oh, but those are paused. So the currently not paused ones are Muted, The Croaking, and Law Olympus, and those release on Friday, Saturday, Sunday for me at like 3 or 4 a.m. on those days. And Doug was like, yes. Yes. Oh, it's so cute. And those honestly make me think about maybe I could try that. My drawing skills for my taste and my perception aren't enough for webtoon. But honestly, I could work on that, and then I could draw my own comic. I mean, I work on stories and I draw. Of course, I could also just write, but I don't know. I think it would be closest to like what I can do on my own to like visualize my stuff I make up, my art. I mean, books are always just, I think not just, are always a good starting point in my perception. In my opinion, I would just say my opinion. For me, they are just a good starting point. Like when you have written a book, a story, then you have an outline out of which you could do a lot. You have something to visualize something from, and of course you have written it. You can share the story now, and yeah, it's not like you could also just write like a script, and that would be a good basis for like a movie or a show or a comic. And yeah, but I don't know. I think a book wouldn't be enough for me. I don't know. Would I be happy just always sounds like minimizing stuff. It's writing a book is huge. Congratulations if you've written one, or if you are currently writing one, or if you're also maybe just writing stories. It's holy shit, congratulations. I still haven't gotten to the point where I'm brave enough to do that. I work on my stories, but I don't properly write them. So yeah, I think I also need a visualization component to that, because I'm such a visual artist. Like, I'm more on the visualization side of things myself, and yeah, just writing probably wouldn't settle things for me. I don't know, want to make costumes. I would make the short film stuff. I don't know. I would love to have a movie or show of my stories one day, or movies or shows. Yeah, and I don't know, maybe a video game. Gosh, I also have games for video game ideas. Ideas. I also have games for video games. No, I also have ideas for video games. Didn't I earlier say, oh, that would be a good stopping point? Yeah, Kenna, sure. Oh gosh. Hey, it's Sunday when this episode releases, so you have a bunch of time to watch this. Because weekend. Yeah. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm yawning, sorry. This will take so long to render. The dog is like, yes. But hey, now I'm starting to have to go to Lulu, so I will most likely have to stop soon. Except if I take a break and just go to Lulu and then continue with this madness, but hey, no. Okay, so yeah, I don't think... I would also want to draw stuff. I love drawing my characters. I love to design them. I love to, like... But I think the one component that's, like, missing there for me is, like... A comic would fill that, maybe. I mean, I can't animate or program because I was also like... At some point, I was thinking of getting into game development, but one of my skills, because besides writing and concept art, I can't do, like, the technical side is not my thing, and I was like, nah. Maybe I would try, like, RPG Maker one day. Oh, that would be cool. I don't know. The change I want to make also includes being more open and free with stuff, like, more easygoing. That's what I need in my life, because I stress myself so much that my psyche just goes bah, and then I don't know, maybe I'm basically giving myself mini burnouts. I mean, I just stop before I get at that point, but it's probably my anxiety that's just, I don't know, I just get too anxious or depressed before I overwork myself. Yeah, and that I have to change, because that's not healthy. And that won't be good, especially when I have to take care of another life, doggo. Responsibility. And yeah, also being more chill. Because it's of no use to destroy yourself with stress, and that doesn't bring you further. It never does. It's kind of a misconception that stress makes stuff more productive. No, it's just maybe at the moment it might make you get something done, but no, in the end it's not good. Yeah. In the end, it's something you will see. So it's not just, oh, at the end of my life, oh, then I'm dead, and then I die, and I'm dead anyway. So I'm old, and yeah, but no, you will feel those results of stress, as I do right now. Yeah. Not in this specific situation, but I'm basically in the aftermath of too much stress, anxiety, etc. Yeah. Wow, it's so good to clear up stuff for yourself, like about yourself. So yeah, I have a bunch of... I could talk about so much. That's also something I was thinking about with, like, my... bringing back my talking videos. Sharing my ideas. Because I have so many ideas, as I just chat with you, as you might have noticed. Yeah. A bunch of creative ideas, and sharing them just feels good. Seriously, and I hope, as always, that you get something from all this. I have people who have told me that they like my voice, that they like hearing me talking, that they find it relaxing, that they find it fun, etc. Which is all like, those are the biggest compliments ever. And yeah, that they enjoy it, and that's all positive gain for other people from my work, and that's basically the point. People get off positive stuff out of that. People who watch, who read, who see, who hear whatever I make and get something positive out of it. And I, on the other side, am happy with creating that stuff, and then also happy again for those people, and then they might be happy for me, and then they thank me, and I say you're welcome, and also thank you, and they say you're welcome, and yeah, so it's a positive cycle, and then I create again, motivated by all that, and maybe they create as well, and then they pass it on to others, or just lead a happier, kinder life, and so on. Yeah, that would have been a good ending. That song. But I think I probably in a second think about something I might have forgotten. But this is basically it. Seriously. Brain, you go stop searching for something else. Yeah. So, Minecraft won't disappear forever. Uploads won't disappear forever. This is just a bit of a change. Stream uploads will happen. I will upload chronologically. I will upload streams chronologically as much as possible, because some streams I don't have. As I said, my first stream was a drawing stream. Did I say that? I don't know. I said that at some point. It was a drawing stream, and the following streams were the follow streams with Lily Scott. And then there was also one stream where I showed people my sisters and my Minecraft world on stream. I will upload that, although I don't really like it, but hey, it's part of the journey. Ouch! Don't hit my headphone cable, please, Kenna. Myself. I'm talking to myself. Wow. You do. Okay. Minecraft dogs are cute too. Oh, come on. My headphone cable. Stop getting stuck in my chair. So yeah. Right. And I can't upload everything, as I said. So there will be number one, the number one stream. I also have a 0 stream that I didn't record because that was just a test stream, but I can remember that I tried that with Fallout, that stream, and a friend of mine, and I think my sister were there. Definitely a friend of mine, but I can't remember. So yeah, that was my test stream that I didn't record. And yeah. So number 1, and then I think it continues with number 5, 6? I don't know. And those the forest parts that I do have, those snippets of the streams. I don't know, I don't think they're worth it. Maybe I will upload it at some point. But I've already rendered a bunch of streams, I think 12 so far. Maybe 14, 15, 16, maybe more. And they take up a bunch of space. And I already uploaded many of them. But yeah, they just take so long to render, that's why it was a bit of a background project to like render and upload them. And I already edited all of them, the ones I have so far. So I just have to render the other ones, upload them, and yeah, then I'm ready to go to upload my current, aka my next stream. Yeah. And that will be how you will watch on this channel in the future if you want to stick around. Not Let's Play episodes anymore. I am partially considering going back to, for some things, I don't know. I prefer playing games on stream. I was thinking about some games, maybe very, very short ones, but I could also just play them on stream. Maybe, it wouldn't make sense to just like record them or stream them alone and then upload them. Because if you really want to watch that, I will put it in the title. So also don't worry, I will put stuff in the title. I will put timestamps in the descriptions and as a pinned comment. So you will find everything. It will be nearly as comfortable as watching single episodes. Just, yeah. YouTube will remember where you were when you last watched. So, yeah. It won't make any change, just that you won't get a video every day. But you can decide on your own when you watch all the content I make. And it will maybe, because of that, be more content. Also like, yeah, other things. Drawing, cosplay, writing, all the stuff I do. Acting, maybe, talking. Yeah. Doggo content. Yeah. That's where we'll put the time that I used for cutting Let's Plays, so yeah. That's it. Don't be afraid of the change. If you would like maybe stick around and see if you would like that. And yeah. But I might be current, like more recent content might have a break for a while still, because I still need to figure out stuff. As I said, I will need a break for the doggo, but will 100%, no matter what happens, I hope, stream the game that releases on the 19th of June. I don't mention it for you probably know which reasons, but you know what it is anyways. Gosh, nobody's watching this. I can just say The Last of Us 2. Trigger someone, spoil everything. No, please be aware in the internet. Don't spoil anything. I will hate you if you spoil anything. I mean, I basically don't hate everyone, but those people are just seriously disgusting. That's just so despiseful. Despiseful? Is that a word? I despise people who ruin an experience for others. Yeah, I pre-ordered it. We will play it on stream as soon as possible. I mean, I don't know how my sleep rhythm will be, but maybe I just stay up at midnight. Have it downloaded already, like at my midnight. I think it releases on midnight on that day. And for like, no matter where you live, in which time zone. So yeah. Stop brain thinking of something else, blah. That's what I said earlier. I just repeated it to like call myself out. So yeah. Did I say nobody's watching this earlier? I meant nobody who would spoil it would watch this. Yeah. Maybe years later, but then I don't care anymore anyways, because then I will have played the game. Sorry, burpers. Gosh. I don't burp every time I say that, but like, if I let it out, then I would. That's why I have to look up the proper word for whatever this is. Wow. Not gross at all. Not a dog on Minecraft, oh gosh. I have to yawn, sorry. Right. So I will stream Minecraft, The Last of Us, but I will probably not look at the chat, because you know why? Because there will most likely, I think, be people who just look into the category and try to spoil it in as many streams as they can. That would be gross. And also, The Last of Us is a game to experience like more focused. And I think this will be the same for The Last of Us Part 2. It's not like really... It's more like a live Let's Play instead of a stream game, I think. More of a more quiet stream, I would say. Yeah. I think I would just... Yeah, I hope I will have like... I will be determined, and I will have the guts to do that the way I want. Not let myself be anxious because I'm like, oh, should I look at the chat? Should I look at the... Oh, I have to answer people. No. Don't ruin the experience. Just stream it and talk to the chat how much you want, or whenever you want. If not, then not. Experience the freaking game. People don't want you to talk as much as you do now. Yeah. But to see how you experience the game, woo, and share the experience. Okay. That's at least why I watch people's streams, or because distraction, fun, relaxing, whatever. Yeah. I will yawn for a second again. Gosh, I nearly did. Sorry, oxygen in here. That's why I dislike not having my window open. And we reached 3 hours. See, you can already get used to watching streams because it just can. Yeah, you can watch this. Like I sometimes do, like watch streams which are super long, watch all those hours just because because you want to and you have the time right now, so just watch hours and hours of streams while you, I don't know, I used to draw, or I sometimes draw while watching streams, or just work on stuff or whatever that I don't have to focus too much on, or something. Sometimes I just watch streams which I listen to more than watch them, really. So I have something to like listen to and sometimes look at while working, drawing, etc. Yeah. So yeah, 19th of June. We will see us on stream if you want to. Definitely. Oxenfree will continue until it's done. Then we will see what happens after that. Maybe the Last of Us stream will come then. Or like maybe my old streams and then my The Last of Us stream, so I have some time. Or I will upload it earlier, all the streams, so I can upload it more recently, like closer to when I really streamed. And then there will probably just days of streaming The Last of Us whenever I can, so I can get that done and like play it as quickly as possible. Not as quickly, but in as short of a time as possible, because I don't want to get spoiled, and yeah, because I don't know, I don't want it to get delayed, or like me playing it, I don't want to delay playing it, and I just want to keep the experience as close, as tight as possible, because yeah, then I don't forget anything. And yeah, in what time frame did I play The Last of Us? I forgot it. I started. I played The Last of Us about a year ago. Oh my gosh, I only have 1 year between. Oh my gosh, The Last of Us 1 and 2. Oh, who would have thought? Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, sorry, I find that precious. I find that nice. I'm so happy I could play it last year finally. Wait, did I already? When did The Last of Us Part 2 get announced? It got announced before I had played The Last of Us 1, but we saw the trailer at E3 last year, right? Right? Or was PlayStation already not there last year? No, right? No. Death Stranding and The Last of Us Part 2 was last year at E3, right? Yeah, I think so. This year, PlayStation said, nope, we won't take part in E3, yeah. Oh gosh. Death Stranding. I also have to continue that. I want to continue that so much. And recently, I listened to Path from Apocalyptica, which is the trailer song. It was so epic seeing that freaking trailer. Oh my gosh. Oh, I watched it live when Death Stranding got announced in the review. Oh gosh, I'm crying. The baby. Like, not just baby, but the game itself, like, oh my gosh, it's such a baby. I don't know why I love it so much. I have only played a few hours of it on release day. I don't know why I love it so much. Yeah, probably I just know. My intuition tells me, because of what I've seen of it and what people have said about it, who I like the streamers and let's players I watch, they love it. And I'm just like, oh, I'm sure I will love it myself. Like, I will continue loving it, although I just played a few hours on release day. And I want to also keep The Last of Us Part 2 as tight as possible, because I have so many games I want to play. I have on my screen, on my display, I only have my paper bin, my recycle bin normally on my display. But I also keep current games on my display, like Minecraft. I have on the tab, the tab on the bottom. I forgot the task. The task line. That doesn't sound right. Task thing, task tab. Yeah, you know what I mean. I have the Minecraft there, and on my screen, on my display, I have Gods Will Be Watching since I started playing that. I had Oxenfree there while I was playing it. I had Long Gone Days Did I? I think I had... No. I think I had Long Gone Days on Steam. Because I was like, okay, we played that in one session. Oops. Okay, we will finish it in the next session. Oops. Yeah. I think I didn't put it on screen because of that, but yeah. Little Misfortune didn't work on my PC. Frambo was before I did that for some reason, because I was recording and not streaming, yeah. Yeah. Why? Now I'm just like, hey, this is extra talk. I've told you everything I wanted, so hey, let's just talk about everything now. I don't have to go to the loo anymore. No. Yeah, and I also have the Shattering, of course, which I wanted to play in one session. In the, not the last stream, but the one before that, but of course we had technical issues. I think those just fit perfectly into that time. And triggered the I have to change stuff, I want to change stuff, blah, stuff even more. Because I also changed my stream look, and I want to work on the design a bit more, but oh, I love it. That was already like a good change, so yeah. And switching to OBS, I like OBS. It's much more in my color scheme. Yeah. Changed how I sit, in case you heard my chair. That was my curtain. Because it's not as bright outside anymore, so I can move it. Now I have to yawn again. Wow. I have to think of Kirke Sissy again. I'm so happy about reading. I love it. It's just lying on my table right there. I will probably read after that. I don't know. Or at least latest tonight, because I like trying to go to bed early and then at least like read one chapter. But it has moved to 2 chapters by now because I can't stop reading. Yeah. That's the problem with me. Normally when you give me books, I just stay up until like 8 AM or something. I don't care. Oops, I have to move my glass, and now my chair's like, yeah. Okay. What was I talking about besides the reading earlier? Where I was like, oh, now we talk about everything. I forgot. Oh yeah, the games on my... Yeah, the Shattering. I still really want to play that because it also will probably only take one stream, and I loved it when I started. It's like, sometimes when you know that when you don't completely know about something, but you just already feel that you love it. When you just start reading it, like with Sissy, I haven't finished it yet. I'm at chapter 7 now, and I love it already. It's not like when you early on know that you love something. When I first read Liddy's writing, I devoured everything I could of it because I loved it. I felt immediately that I love it. I love those moments. It's so beautiful. And then I want more passion in my life and like more creative motivation and inspiration, because I am so happy when I love such things. I'm so passionate about such things. It's beautiful. And that happens more when I'm like more relaxed with myself, then it flows better. Yeah. Then I feel it more. Woo. I think I just restrict myself a lot because of anxiety and so on. So yeah, that also makes me be like, oh no, wait, don't be like too motivated, too inspired. Oh, there could something happen. Nope, don't be too happy about it. Nah. A bit like that. Not too much, but I think it's present still. Oh, I'm not looking at the doggo anymore. Not properly. Doggo, hi. Yes, back. Oh gosh. So yeah, reading and the games, and of course also the Suicide of Rachel Foster, and Someday You Will Return. That's not on my screen, but I already have it. And also I haven't bought Witch Overs. Oops. What? Encoding overloaded. Consider turning down. Okay, the recording still lives though, right? Yeah. I have to turn down the encoder settings a bit. Okay. I will look into that, OBS. Although you told me this would be the perfect settings, but hey. Oh, maybe because I've recorded too much and yeah, I don't know. Okay, no, I should have enough space. I hope. Computer. Yeah. So The Shattering, Gods Will Be Watching, and The Suicide of Rachel Foster are on my display. Someday You Will Return is waiting in my library, and Witcher was basically in my shopping cart on GOG, Good Old Games, GOG, from CD Projekt, DRM free. Yes, is it called the same in English? Yes, it is. Yeah, that would be like yes. Bark, bark. Oh god. Okay, but that I don't dare to say, but yeah. The Last of Us will probably be the next project. I don't know if I will tackle anything again before that. I don't want to promise anything because seriously, the dog will take a lot of attention and energy soon, maybe next week, and that's a big thing. And I don't want to clutter stuff like my time, my consciousness, my energy, everything, because I am learning that I can't use that's bad. And I'm learning not to do that, so yeah. Anymore. And yeah, I might be a bit quiet if you still want to hear from me. I mean, Oxenfree will continue every day. Then my old streams might release on my YouTube channel after that, so basically it won't be too quiet. I just won't do anything current except for on Twitter maybe, but I'm on Twitter nearly every day, and I share gaming stuff and maybe art stuff and stuff. Yeah, not too much, so I won't cloud your timeline, and if you turn off retweets then I definitely won't. And yeah, done. So yeah, and also on Instagram, if I draw, then I will share work in progress stuff in my stories. Maybe I will even post oh gosh, I love that. As I said, I forced myself to draw when I didn't feel well because of that character I love, and it didn't go too well, and I didn't feel anything still. But then after that time, I continued on that sketch and I loved it. I looked at references, anatomy. I got so into anatomy, and I'm pretty proud of him, of the sketch of him. And yeah, maybe I will post that as well. Yeah, maybe I will also continue with the Minecraft post. So in the end, I will just have 105 thumbnail screens. Thumbnail pictures of my profile. I don't know if I will finish that up. I don't know. I don't think I stopped with that idea, but with the thought of stopping Let's Plays and also this season of Minecraft. Honestly, it both wasn't an easy decision, and at the same time it was an easy decision to finish this season of Minecraft, because I knew I would, as I already said in past sessions, maybe it would come to an end because The Last of Us, dog. I didn't know when I could get it, adopt a dog, but still. So many games I want to play. The Last of Us plus all the smaller games I want to play is enough of a reason already. Smaller games. Someday You Return is like 20 hours long, and with me it's 25 hours. Yeah, that's already enough of a reason, and plus all the stress I put on myself and all the other things I still wanted to do. That's a wild mix in a lot of time, and just getting Minecraft out there regularly, constraining, stressful, still fun, but also those negative things. Yeah, unfortunately, but hey, change is possible, so why not take the opportunity? How many times did I go to bed in the stream? I don't know. How many days in Minecraft did I talk? How many? If I knew how long Minecraft days were, I could do math to figure it out. Yeah. Okay, 3 hours, 50 minutes. At least time isn't passing as fast for me anymore, at least. So, yeah. It seems like my talking flow is slowing down a bit, so I won't say it much anymore, probably. So, yeah. So what's up? The Last of Us. Oxenfree will continue. Is continuing. Minecraft is ending with this after I stopped talking. Then probably old streams. Then on the 19th of June, in case everything goes well and I don't die from adopting a dog. That's not so bad. It's not so stupid. In case it doesn't stress me out, in case nothing special happens on that day, we will stream The Last of Us Part 2. And also, I'm still considering pre-ordering Ghost of Tsushima. Tsushima. Not, it's like a U is like a Adisto. Not, it's not completely science, but yeah. Sasuke. It's like an I think that's at least what people who know how to say some stuff like Tsushima and Fukushima. Not Fukushima, like Germans say, but Fukushima. Yeah. And Tsushima. Yeah. Why did I say that? Because of Ghost of Tsushima, yeah. And also, what else is coming? I definitely want to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I don't know if I will... we don't even know when it's coming out yet, but still, I will probably, in case I can afford it, and my plans will... I mean, I can afford it, but in case I can afford it in the sense of planning, then I will probably get a PS5 and an Xbox Series X. Oh gosh. I'm still wondering, like, will I be able to do that? Because, I don't know, depending on how successful all this will be, it will be justified to pay so much for those things, or it won't. It's like, oof. Yeah. We will see, and I also want to upgrade my computer, so yeah. So before Valhalla comes out, I would love to play Origins and Odyssey, or at least Odyssey, but I don't know if I will get that done in these months. Oh, and of course in September, Cyberpunk 2077 hits, and I will live in there. Besides, I will go out with my dog and eat and like shower every second day at least. And yeah. Besides that, play Cyberpunk. Oh. Yeah. So, like, we have something in June, which I hope to play through in like maximum about 5 streams. Is that a good? Nah, with the dog, I might have to stream less, shorter. Nah, five streams is not enough. That the game will take longer, especially I will take longer with that game. Let's put like, maybe I will be done until Ghost of Tsushima hits. Tsushima. So yeah. And maybe I will have pre-ordered Ghost of Tsushima. And then we will play that. And I will probably mix in the games I mentioned earlier, the indie games, because I want to play them. And it might get boring when I play like currently releases that everyone plays, but hey, I'm me, so hey. And I'm not everyone else. Yeah, those other games I mentioned, the indie games. Someday You Will Return, Gods Will Be Watching, Ghost of Watching, no. Ghost of Tsushima, Gods Will Be Watching. And The Suicide of Rachel Foster, which was The Shattering, of course, and yeah. That was it, right? Someday You Will Return. So yeah, that was it. Yeah. Now my voice is really about to die, especially my throat. Yeah. I'm so looking forward to all this change. It's great. It's so... all this anxiety that kept me like inside and started making me depressed and like that kept me afraid, and it started making me cage up and like also hide from other things and like make me turn away from challenges and change. Sorry, that you might have heard that purpose. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Yeah. Normal human stuff. I feel much braver already. Yeah. Compared to that, to all that anxiety, etc., all this feels so refreshing, and it makes me so excited. See, the new, the refreshing, the more free, the more great, not afraid stuff, the more brave stuff. That's what gets you excited, motivated. Yeah, and that's just that fills your life. And I'm feeling that. Ooh, and I'm excited for it. I don't know, but now I feel more ready to end this. Yeah, 3:20. See, I only spoke for 5 minutes, 6 minutes since I last looked at this. So yeah, that's progress. I told you the time is passing more slowly now. Yeah. Good. I say a lot. Still. But that can happen after 3 hours of talking. Yeah. No. That can that can happen after over 3 hours of talking. And with and in over 3 hours of talking. Yeah. So as I said, I will live in Cyberpunk. Gosh, I already know. If it's possible, I definitely want to give my character super long hair, because that's me. And it makes me so sad in like games where you can customize a character that you barely can. I mean, I get it. Long hair eats up like performance, and it can also be complicated like with movement. I mean, short hair can just flow over your shoulders, but when you have long hair, it might get through them, through your body and so on. But I want super long hair, super long black or at least dark brown hair. Gosh, please. Yeah, I want that so much. And I will probably more of a... Oh, I'm so excited for Cyberpunk. Okay, I'm noticing it now. I mean, I know that I am, but I'm feeling it now. And of course I pre-ordered it. Was that my first pre-order? I think Death Stranding was my first Yeah, Death Stranding. And then... Gosh, imagine if this had dropped in April. And The Last of Us Part 2 in February. I would be playing the Cyberpunk kind of right now. And I would have already played through The Last of Us Part 2. Wow. That's so crazy. All those months. It's like all those releases that got delayed are in those months that passed so kind of quickly, but also so slowly, and were so full of stress and stuff and like anxiety for me. And I was like, oh my gosh. It was all such a... It kind of... timing all fits somehow. Oh my gosh. Yeah. What else do we have? So then after that, in the holiday seasons, the new consoles will drop. We will get more info on that in July probably. Maybe in June also. I think isn't June also something? Is digital the E3 a thing? I don't know. But in July definitely we get more info on many projects. Gaming wise. Gosh, I love the gaming industry. Yes, music. Be excited. I think this is an emotional ride to watch / listen to this. Yeah. And then we have the holiday season. Hellblade, No Sacrifice Part 2. Will that drop in this year still? I don't think so. It was just teased, right? It's not one of those games that will drop this holiday, right? Valhalla. Assassin's Creed Valhalla will drop this season. The holiday season with the consoles. And Scorn is looking so good too. I don't know all the others. The Medium. Oh, won't the Medium come out as well? Like early 2021 or late 2020? Gosh, so many good games. I basically Xbox Series X because Hellblade 2. I haven't played the first part, but still. I watched a tiny bit, like maybe the beginning, but I can't remember it even anymore because it was so long ago, of a Let's Play of Hellblade. I didn't continue because I was like, damn, I have to play that myself. I have it, And I would have played it already, but I was like, I want to play that in VR so much. But my sister has a VR headset with, she shares it with a friend, and I think that friend has it, and I'm not sure whether, one, she can still get that, two, whether she can get it anytime soon, and three, whether I can get all that working like on stream. Or if I don't, then I might, if I get it working as a recording, then I might make an exception for that and just play it, record it. Because I also can't really read the chat as VR, right? Yeah. I just experience it with VR. Oh gosh. Yeah, then I will have to figure out VR headset stuff, and I think I have enough space here by now because my piano's gone, but piano music playing in the background, but yeah. And my piano's in the dining room, not gone. And that's another thing. When I eased up a bit and took like, I don't know, it was still in my nothing phase a bit. It was like in between. Either before when it started or like after it or when it ended. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, my mom, what was she doing? But for some reason, she worked in a kitchen or like in the dining room. But yeah, because the kitchen is across the dining room, she could hear me play the piano, and she was like, I don't know, we were talking about something, and then I just turned the piano on because it's an electric piano. And I just randomly started playing, and I was like, see, I improvise and don't even, I truly didn't even look at it. I didn't look at my hands and not at the piano, and it just sounded good. That's so weird. Why can I improvise but not properly play? I don't know. I don't want to stick to sheet notes. It's like, I don't know. It makes me think too much, I think. Yeah. So yeah, and she was like, that sounds good. That's why I said that. She was like, yeah, play something for me. And she was like, oh, because she loves that. And she's still, I guess, sad because I stopped playing the piano. She was very upset and kind of mad about that. When I was like, nope, no more piano lessons. Yeah. Neighbor, please. Yeah. So piano. Yeah, and it sounds good when I improvise. And I was just like, when I ease up and don't think, I just feel and just go by my intuition. This is what happens. Because I sat there for minutes, I still have to. I think I will upload that as an IGTV video as well. I still have to. I wanted to upload those, like I wanted to upload parts of that. I recorded myself improvising a while ago on piano, and I wanted to upload that as Instagram stories, and I think I uploaded a tiny bit of it, but like editing everything into like 10 seconds is a or like into 40 seconds, it's nah. I didn't want to do that, so I might upload it as an IGTV video. Yeah. Instagram TV, by the way, it's called Instagram video. Or just an Instagram. No, it has to be IGTV because it's too long for regular Instagram. Yeah. And yeah, when my mom was like, yeah, please play something for me, I was like, I'm just improvising. She was like, yeah, but it sounds good. Play that for me. Then I sat there for like several minutes and I just played and I loved it. I mean, not only did I enjoy what I was playing, but I still, like, of course it wasn't perfect, but I was like, I could hear, I don't know, I just have a feeling for that stuff. I'm not using it. I used to make music partially. Like, I didn't improvise on the piano back then. I just made music on the computer. But I don't know. I've listened so much to composers and like a soundtrack, etc. I don't know. I've developed a feeling for that. I think I could write music. Not to sound like over, but still. I mean, I think it's like it comes from the same source as with like character and costume design, because I don't know, you feel when something fits and when you have to like add something there, like draw things like that, design things like that. Or with playing the piano, it's like you have to go more into that direction, or you want to go more into that direction, or that feeling, that tempo, or be like calm it down, or add something new. It's a feeling thing for me. It's intuition, and I think I could take the stuff I've recorded, and if I recorded what I how I played with my fingers, you know, which keys I hit. I mean, I could also recreate it by hearing it, but that's yeah, that's another story. But if I just knew which keys, if I saw which keys I was playing, I could just type it into a program, and then yeah, I would have that, and then I could develop proper pieces of music out of that. I should try that just randomly at some point. See, that's another thing I could experiment with, and damn, then I can make music. It's, yeah, I mean, of course, it's still, oh my gosh, I could make my own music and just randomly upload it. That's the power of YouTube. Yeah, that's another thing you can just try out, and yeah. As I said or wanted to say, I forget whether I finished that. Of course, it's still a lot of it's a process to get to a finished song from just improvising something that's not perfect and a bit faulty, but still sounds great, in my opinion, and in my mother's. Yeah. I barely compliment myself, so you might take this as a hint that it's really not bad. Yeah. I don't say it's easy to just make music out of that then, a proper like piece of music, but still, it's a good basis. And it might take some experimentation and practice, but you can get to like making a piece out of that, yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, I broke down what's happening, what's currently going on, what will continue, what will, oh gosh, why things are happening, why things have happened also, kind of, and my bag. Oh, stretch, yawn. It might rain. The sky looks kind of murky, and I'm feeling it. I don't know. Sometimes I really do feel it before it rains. Like you get a sense for it because of the light mood, and I mean I don't hear or smell or feel the air right now from outside, but it's a mood. And yeah, I am a weather sensitive person. I sometimes get, especially in summer, I get headaches based on the weather. That's a thing in Germany because of the mountains, because of the Alps and the position of Munich. It's like, it's called Föhn. I think it's really also called that in English. Yeah. Okay. I am a very, like, I pay attention. I'm a very aware person. I forgot the other word I was thinking about. And then I mixed that with emotion and knowledge and logic. So subconsciously in my brain that I just have a feeling sometimes, yeah. Although I just subconsciously think about stuff and feel fitting things, and then it's just a conclusion. It's not just a feeling, yeah. Okay, yeah. I told you what's upcoming, and there will probably also be great indie games will continue to come up. I have an eye at and have on my wish list and so on. And we will keep following Little Miss Kimande Games, the new game from Kimande Games that's in progress right now. And if I can, I will support them, and I will continue sharing all that stuff. Like not all the stuff, but all the announcement stuff and cool info I like, and that deserves sharing. Like, everything from that deserves sharing, but like that's, I think it's like a cool, good thing to share that might really interest people, that is like works to share, if you get what I mean. When I share it, when it makes sense when I share it, yeah. If you share every post, then it just gets now. When you're like a bit interested, then it's just like, oh, she's sharing everything from them. It's like, But when you have cool announcements and insights and maybe chances to ask them something, I think they're currently working on a Q&A. So if you're interested in that, well, go there. Kimande Games social medias. Yeah. Go there and ask them questions. So yeah, I will continue working on my stuff. Experiment. We will all be surprised by what will happen then, what will come out of all that. Yeah. As I said, I will follow the progress of different projects, which I look up to and I forward to, and partially also look up to. Yeah, I will keep gathering inspiration and be passionate about creative stuff, like the book I'm reading, Kirke/Sissy by Madeline Miller, I think. yeah. And the artists I follow, you can see that on YouTube, I'm pretty sure, and also on Instagram and on Twitter. Can you see who I follow on Twitter? I don't know. But yeah, and the gaming industry and all that exciting shit that all that exciting stuff that will, brilliant shit, epic stuff that will come out and yeah, be shared with the world, and all the stuff that people will create. Also, Madi. Once Upon a Time in the Future, I think it's called. I forgot the subtitle, but it's called Madi, M-A-D-I. A comic by a bunch of people, including Duncan Jones. I saw that because of Cory Barlog. He shared it on Twitter, and oh my gosh, I supported it on Kickstarter. They reached their goal in like the first day. Their financing goal. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want that. Because I watched Mute from Duncan Jones. It's on Netflix. It's so good. I love it. I still have to watch Moon, but yeah, it's the third part of that Moon, Mute, Marty series, and it sounds so cool. It's like that universe, and yeah. If you like cyberpunkish stuff or like sci-fi stuff, futuristic stuff, then this is for you. And the art looks freaking amazing, and the first 19 pages, I'm just doing advertising right now. Not paid, by the way, of course it's not. Yeah. Just sharing awesome stuff. And if you're interested in that, support it. Get yourself a comic. Yeah, by so many awesome people who get the payment they deserve for their work. And yeah. I like this music. We will see what my brain does, what my skills do, because I think I have so much potential, I know that. And yeah, it's not like a lie or like egoistic to say that or selfish. Yeah, it's just facts, because I know that, because everyone has potential in some direction, and I have a lot of creative potential, many ideas. I know I can teach stuff to myself, I know I can work on stuff, but I have to get just back to that, and I have to take care of myself for that. And doggo! So yeah, I think that's it. Doggo. Oh gosh, my eyes are dry from the PC, from my computer. Okay, it's getting dark. Can I go to bed to end this? This will be timing now. Can I do doggo? Oh no, I don't want to push you. Thank you so much for watching over 3.5 hours. For supporting me in general, for watching my stuff in general. I know I'm crying. And if you have started supporting me after this, like when this is the past, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. I can't believe you're here. Yeah, oh gosh, I'm crying. I'm just so excited for what's coming, what I can do, what we can all reach and experience, and yeah. I'm looking forward to, yeah, adding something to this world, growing in my life experience, expanding my life experience, I don't know why. Adding to my life with great stuff, great people, and to share creative stuff with others, because that's awesome. And emotions. Yes. Oh gosh, thank you so very much. I don't know how to thank people who support me. So I can just say thank you. And I'm being honest with that, so yeah, that's it. And that's great. That we can be grateful for each other and what we do for each other. I told you this would get emotional and everywhere. Like tears. Gratefulness tears. And I would definitely, minimum on Instagram, share how, like, my first steps with my doggo I will adopt. And I hope you look forward to that too. Yeah, or like we'll share the joy of that too, and like, yeah. Good night. Bye bye. Thank you. Doggo. Oh gosh, really? No. Bye bye. And thank you.